dum, 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 dum. Camera's dirty. Dirty. That's a little bit better. Okay. Given this video. So, till people get in here, I'm gonna clip my nails. See these? Can't let these grow like this. This is crazy. I guess while I'm clipping my nails, I'll tell y'all something. I kind of talked about it last live or the live before that, but I'm gonna recover it. And it's about comparing yourself to someone else. Now, people would tell you never to do that, but I don't 100% agree with that. I think sometimes it's okay to do in a positive way. You can use other people's stories and methods and evaluate if you think that you're doing enough, if you could do more, maybe even if you're doing too much. For example, like I said the last time, before someone ran a 4-minute mile, people didn't think it was physically possible. And in this case, comparing themselves to everyone else, they said, well, no one else can do it. Science says it's not possible. I can't do it. And then Sir Roger Bannister ran under 4 minutes. After that, a plethora of people ran under 4 minutes the next month. So what they did was compare themselves to him and said, yo, I was right next to that dude and he just did this, so I probably can't do. I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing to uplift yourself. I think it's a bad thing to put yourself down. If you compare yourself to someone else and say you're slow and I'm stupid, I can't get it, I think that's bad. But if you look at what someone else is doing and you say, you know what? I think if I did it the way that he was doing it, it might be more efficient. So I'm going to try that. I don't think that's a bad thing. Had I not done that, I would still be where I was at. But I always look at other people. I always compare myself to other people in a positive way. And I say, is this person doing something that I can't do? Maybe they are. Some people, for instance, we use weightlifting. Some people don't have jobs. Some people get funded by their country and they work out 4 times a day and shit like that. I'm like, well, yeah, I literally can't do that. So I'm not gonna compare myself to someone that can. But in the case of Spanish, for example, the thing that changed my whole journey was looking at someone else get to a further point than me and faster. And I said, what are they doing? And I looked at what they were doing and I said, that does seem more efficient. And I changed what I was doing. It's not a bad thing. Like I said, it's only bad if you put yourself down. It's not bad to compare yourself to someone else to uplift yourself and kind of make sure you're on the right path. My nails are too long. Too long. Anyways, if you pop up in here, leave a comment, say something. Let's chat, my boys. Potentially my girls. I don't know who's up in here. I'm just sitting here cutting my nails, so leave a comment. Tell me how your day went. Tell me something you learned. Especially if you're a language learner. Tell me a word that you learned, or a phrase that you learned, or a concept that you learned. I like hearing what people learned. I frequently watch beginner language videos, like people documenting their journey. Not even like in English and Spanish. I just watch people like talking about the stuff that they learn. You never know. You'll hear something new in there sometimes. Like, oh wow, didn't even know that, and it's my native language. But even if I did know, it's cool to hear the way people conceptualize certain things. So they might know the exact same thing as you, but they have a different way of looking at it. And you're like, oh wow, that's cool. Almost finished. I got 2 more. When I was a kid, I was clipping my nails, and it flew straight into my eye, and I cried for like an hour. Still traumatized by that to this day. I have to close my eyes whenever I clip. Listening to you cut your nails is disgusting. You're weird for thinking that's disgusting. Yes. They're just nails, bro. Yeah, we got a hater. The hater that can close the door. Hater that needs to do her homework. They're strong because I ain't cut them in like 3 weeks, bro. That's why they grow so fast, because they're strong. I guess my body diverts everything I need for my tendons into my nails. That's probably why the motherfucker's gone. My body need to take whatever it's putting in my nails and go ahead, just drop it right into my tendons. What? He said don't talk to him like that. Let's see if Juan Pablo paid his cable bill. Jim, if you want to jump, you gotta jump on the high part or you're gonna hit my feet, bro. You can do it, but just don't do it on my feet. Go ahead if you want to, bro. You can jump. You want to jump? Or no? You can. Just do it on the high part. Just don't do it on my legs. I literally said don't do it on my legs, bro. You are not listening. This guy. Oh. Snickers. Yo, this dude's TV is gonna piss me off. Two people in here, who are you? Why do you not speak? Find them. Keep your secrets. Now it says 3 people are in here. 3 people, why don't you talk? Live streams are not fun if you don't talk to them. It's BS TV, man. Pure BS. Anyways, if you're just entering the stream, you have missed absolutely nothing. I cut my nails and I ate a Snickers. And nobody's talking. I'll be right back since nobody's talking. I'm back. Till somebody talks, I'll be watching the information channel. Yeah, bro, I was cutting my nails, but we good now. We good now. My nails are all clipped. I'm nice and groomed. What's up, though, bro? How you doing? How you living? What is this? Ninja Turtles? I don't understand what's happening. Bro, it's still not out of your system? How long does that take, bro? Cooking right now, getting a lesson ready for the students tomorrow. What are you teaching tomorrow? I've been teaching English. Shit's hard, bro. I mean, you're more educated, so maybe it's not as hard for you. For me, I'll be like, what am I gonna teach next time? My knees are doing better. Um, I'll send you a video later when I get off of here, but I can, at least the left one anyways, I can actually lift it quite a bit now. Obviously I can't like do anything with it, but just being able to bend them is good, bro. Cause I had them straight for so long, it just feels good to just bend my knees sometimes. You know, like if you like sit on the toilet and your leg goes numb and you want to just like, damn. You know, you just want to like shake it out. That's kind of how it is. My legs were straight for so long that like I just be wanting to do this just to get some blood up in there and just move. So the fact that I can do that now is good. But yeah, it's going well. I know a lot of people. So like that video went viral on Instagram, and a lot of people sent me their stories and sent me their videos of the same thing happening. And most of them said that they didn't start physical therapy until 4 to 6 weeks after the surgery. And so I just completed 3 weeks. Because my surgery was on the 3rd, and today's the 25th. So it's been basically exactly three weeks. And I started physical therapy at the beginning of this week. So I really started after 2 weeks. So timeline wise, I'm doing well. And she said it's bending about how much she would expect. The right one is behind the left one. I think it was more damaged. But they're both bending, so that's good. Takes 2 weeks according to doctors. My last exposure was last Thursday. So what is it like? What do you feel like then, bro? Like, how will you know? Oh, okay, I'm back to normal. Is it like a breathing thing or lightheadedness or what? You'll appreciate your legs so much more after this. You right about that, bro. Little stuff, man. Little stuff that you just would never think about, bro. Like I said, like sitting down, sitting on the toilet, bro. Like I can't be like. I still have to use the immobilizers when I sit somewhere like on the toilet. So I gotta use the bathroom with my legs straight, bro. Most uncomfortable thing ever. Dizzy symptoms progressively going away daily. And you've been well, you said last Thursday was your last exposure, but you still been teaching throughout this process. Like, how did that affect your teaching at all? Did you feel like you was forgetting words or not able to, uh, I don't know, explain yourself well or something? Did it have any effect on your mental capacity, or is it just dizziness? Oh, you were off last week. Well, that's good. That's good. Oh, oh shit! I missed hella comments. Went from extreme dizzy episodes. Oh, 10 to 15 extreme dizzy episodes daily to now only 3 to 4 mile ones. Oh yeah, you wildin'. You went hiking, bro. That's. I hope you were with somebody, bro, or else you're really tripping. I was like, okay. Jasmine Benson, what's up? Hi, how are you doing? Where are you from, Jasmine? I'm trying to think of this video I saw, Mike. Oh, you're with a friend. Okay. I saw a video. I'm blanking on the video right now, but I was literally thinking, like, bro, this person is by themselves in the woods. Like, if something, if they don't get out of this situation, like, no one will know what happened or when it happened. Like, after a while, somebody's gonna send a search team. But I'm like, damn, bro, you could really just die all alone, bro. I saw another video, and this video I do remember. It was this morning I was watching it. A dude was like on the beach, maybe in Cali or something, and he was literally recording himself. He's like, "You guys see this?" He's like, "For miles, there's no one on the beach." And he was like, "For miles, you can't see any boats." He was like, "Me being the stupid person I am," he's like, "I almost just died." He was like, "I just thought I'd take a quick swim." He was like, "Man, I got pulled out by a riptide," and he was like, "I literally was so far away from the shore that I could barely see it." And he was like, "I was like, I need to like try to flag a boat down." He's like, "I don't see any boats." And he said he was literally screaming help, like screaming for his life. And he said he's like, his heart was going crazy. He's never been that scared in his life. And he said, "I just gotta try my hardest." And he said he started swimming back. And he said he got out of the riptide and started feeling better and eventually made it back to the shore. But like, even in a situation like that, like, bro, you could get swept away to the ocean. How long would it be before someone's like, "Oh yeah, like he's in the ocean somewhere"? You would definitely be dead by the time anybody realized that you were in the ocean. But people don't think about stuff like that. You just think everything's gonna go like it always goes until it doesn't. You know what I mean? Is it a red flag if someone over 27 years old gets mad because you don't text them back within an hour? Uh, I think I think it's weird to put a timeline on it, but I do think there's like reasonable time frames to communicate with people. Yeah, if it's like a work day or something, an hour is not reasonable. Like if you get mad about an hour, that's a huge red flag. But if you're on vacation, if the person knows you're not working or something, and it's like an hour in between each response, if they get mad off of one time, that's crazy. But I think you could reasonably say like, "Hey, you suck at texting if every single reply is an hour apart." That feels like you don't want to talk to me. But still, like, I still think getting mad, if that's the words that you wanted to use, I think getting mad would be crazy. I'd just be like, "All right, I'm gonna talk to somebody else, or I'm gonna stop talking to this person." I'll probably voice my concerns like one time, and then I probably did. But you know, I don't know if I call it a red flag. People have things that they want, and that's fine. They might not be the things that you want. People argue about that kind of shit all the time. They're like, "Is it okay to not talk to your partner for this amount of time?" I'm like, "Bro, if y'all both say it's okay, then it's okay. If one person is upset, then obviously it's not okay." So you have to decide, will I do this for this person, or do I not care about this person that much to make the change? You know, relationships are a lot of compromise, man, for sure. Yeah, don't go in the woods solo, dog. It's really not worth it. Even like my injury, bro. I think I told you this dude told me this shit happened to him while he was hiking. I was like, bro, I literally couldn't walk. It was hard to get me from the gym door, like literally like 100 feet to the Uber. If that shit happened to you in the woods, bro, you would have to get helicoptered out. Like no one's gonna carry you for miles. You know what I mean? I guess they could go get a wheelchair, come back to you, and try to wheel you out, depending on the path. But anyways, the point is, if you're by yourself, if you drop your phone or something, and something like that happens to you, you're probably not gonna get to your phone. Like when my thing happened, my phone was on the other side of the gym because I was recording myself. If I ever made it to my phone, it would have been like 30 minutes later. Because first I had to just like lay there from the pain. And then I would have had to like, I would have had to crawl, crawl, like army crawl on my forearms. So it would have taken a long time to get to my phone. That's the point. Imagine if that happens in nature, bro. Yeah, back to nature movement, mad overrated. That's what I don't get when people are like, oh, our ancestors did this, our ancestors ate this. I'm like, yeah, bro, they were living a completely different lifestyle. Sometimes that line of thought makes sense. Um, like activity, right? Like, yeah, we're built to walk around, we're built to move throughout the day. Um, but like I said, some thoughts about civilization a long time ago and stuff. I'm like, bro, we don't live like that anymore, bro. Damian, why do you have low people watching you? A cool guy. Oh, that's just how it is, man. It don't matter, bro. I care more that the people that are in here are talking. I don't care about the number of people. Actually, that's something I don't want. I don't want like 300 people watching and commenting because I probably wouldn't be able to talk to everybody. So I think it's cool. I think it's cool to keep a slightly low number. I think people make that mistake with like uh it's just social media period. Like people will say, "Oh, I have 100,000 followers," but it's like, how many of those followers like really care about what you're saying though, and like would they help you in a time of need? You know what I mean? Would they do anything for you? I would much rather have like a couple thousand that really like me or care about what I'm saying than have like a million followers, but it's just because like I did something like super trendy and they just want to like be on the bandwagon. Because eventually those people are probably gonna stop watching you anyways. And even if they don't, I just wouldn't want a million people watching me and I don't know any of them. Yeah, bro, life expectancy was low. I've heard that that was debatable, but regardless, their life expectancy was not high. What I've heard, which could be true, is that the infant mortality rate messes up that stat really badly, right? So if a bunch of babies die, obviously it pulls the life expectancy number down, because you're doing the average. But what I heard was the people that survived the infant mortality, they did live decently long lives, which we kind of know. We've seen, there's always village elders and witch doctors and shit that they weren't 30 years old and everybody else was 15. They were old, but but they still had lower life expectancies than us. And even if they didn't, they died from a lot of different things that we wouldn't die from today. I remember actually when the first time we went to Puerto Rico, we were getting kind of like a tour, and the guy was like, we were in Viejo San Juan, and he was telling us about like, oh, this is where the Spanish pulled up and blah blah blah. And he was like, yeah, and then this time, the first time, they had to retreat because so many people died of diarrhea. I was like, died of diarrhea? And I'm like, oh yeah, like, I mean, people still do die of diarrhea in like third world countries, but in the past, lots and lots and lots of people died of diarrhea. Like, if you, like, they didn't have Gatorade and shit, bro. They didn't have electrolyte solutions. People hadn't figured out that you could put, uh, what is it, sugar, salt, something, whatever the fuck. They didn't have the electrolyte solution. So people would get dehydrated from diarrhea and literally die, bro, because they couldn't replace their electrolytes. They couldn't replenish it. And so little stuff like that, bro. It's like, damn, like that's going out sad, dog. Imagine that. Yeah, my pops died when I was 13 of diarrhea, bro. Just couldn't stop, and he died. So even if they had the same life expectancy as us, they died via some crazy stuff that could happen to us, but probably won't. Probably won't. And Joe, you're just a baby. What's up, Joe? How you doing? But yeah, Mike. Yeah, all of that super interesting, bro. I sometimes I read about stuff like that. Like I remember I used to play this game. I don't know if y'all remember it. It was called I think it was called the Yukon Trail. It was like a computer game, and I just remember. Oh, you out eating with the family? All right, bro. Well, I appreciate you dropping in and saying what's up, man. I hope you have a good meal with your fam, bro. But yeah, I used to play the Yukon Trail, and I used to play Oregon Trail. Yeah, no, yeah, there was two different games, but yeah, the Yukon Trail was like an Alaska one. It was the same concept though. But I just remember like the thing would say like you died of dysentery and stuff like that. I'd be like, bro, what is this, bro? And I have to go look it up. Like, what is dysentery, bro? Like, but like I said, all of that stuff still exists, but we probably wouldn't experience it. And lots of people experienced that stuff back then. I guess you could say the same thing about like the flu, all kinds of stuff, bro. Like I said, people still died from it, but it could have been more of like a death sentence back then. I hate it. That's why I keep repeating myself, but I hate to say like, oh, people died from the flu back then, and someone's gonna get on here and be like, my grandma just died of the flu yesterday, and I'll be like, fuck, bro, I didn't mean it like that. I know people still suffer, but way more people did back then. Best pancakes you ever had in your life? When was that? I miss being a kid, man. Mike, can you cook, bro? I don't know if I ever asked you that. I ain't talking about basic cooking either. I'm talking about like whipping it up like a chef, bro. 'Cause people get that confused a lot. So I'll say I can't cook, right? People be like, all you gotta do is follow the instructions. I'm like, bro, that's not what I'm saying. Like, I have the ability to cook. I'm just saying, you know how your mom, she really be killing that joint. You like, bro, this is the best whatever I've ever had in my life. You ain't gonna get no best nothing from me. You'll get it, but it ain't gonna be the best. You're just gonna be like, yeah, this alright. Tastes like you followed the instructions. Oh, okay. So you're not Chef Gordon Ramsay. Man, a lot of that shit is luck, bro. I mean, I guess it's not luck when you keep doing it, but you don't know what stuff's gonna taste like to other people until you. It's like cutting hair. Like you gotta, you gotta fuck some heads up, bro. You gotta practice, and some people gonna say your shit trash until you get better. What's what's dude's name? Anthony Bourdain, right? I constantly see Reddit threads where they're like, "Yo, this dude is not a great chef. Like he's just not objectively." But the thing is, like, he was a great storyteller, and he's just a likable person. And so he took that and he made something out of it, but he didn't have to actually be like a great chef. But that's the point. My point is, some stuff is more. There's more to stuff than just the basics, and I don't have none of that shit besides the basics. Your mom can't cook. Oh, but your people are from the Caribbean, no? I feel like that's more normal, or at least one of your parents. I'm guessing your dad is. I was about to say, I never met a dude from the Caribbean that couldn't cook. That's like the culture. Every Jamaican dude I ever met, chef. Puerto Ricans too, bro. My homie, rest in peace, Joel. He used to, bro. Like I used to come get my hair cut, and he'd just be like, "Hey, yo, I'm about to make you some blah 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 real fast," and I'd be like, "Alright, like, this dude really be in the back cooking before he cut my hair." Yeah, I figured it was your dad, bro. That's what I'm saying. I never met a Caribbean dude that couldn't cook. I'm sure they exist, you know, just like black people that can't dance and shit. But there's so many that can that you're like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, bro. He died in November, bro. I feel like I told you that. Maybe I didn't. I only talked about it like one time on a live, but maybe you weren't on for that live. And I know you don't really be on Instagram like that. But yeah, bro, he passed away. It was very sad, bro. Very out of nowhere. Bro, he had a heart attack, bro. It was the craziest shit ever, bro. Like literally, I I mean, sometimes when other people say this, I be like, what does it even mean, bro? Like, who cares if you talk to them like right before? But I talked to him not the day before, but the day before that. And the day before, he called me, but I was like, I was here and I was doing something, bro. I can't remember what I was doing. We were watching a show or something. So I texted him. I said, I'll call you back later or tomorrow. And then the next day, somebody I knew, a dude from Venezuela, he messaged me and he was like, bro, did you hear about Joel? And I'm like, hear what? Like, what are you talking about, bro? And like, bro, he really wasn't even telling me, bro. He was like, for real, you don't know? I'm like, man, what are you fucking talking about, bro? And then he was like, he died this morning. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, dog. He did not die, bro. And yeah, bro. I was literally us said the same thing you said, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? My que pasó, bro? Le dio un infarto. What? And it was crazy, bro, because and I don't know, maybe that contributed to it, but he was going so hard in the gym to lose weight. Um, and like leading up to that day, bro, he had been like super consistent for weeks on weeks. Um, yeah, bro, it's definitely wild. Definitely wild. Um, he was like 43, bro. 43 or 42, one of them. He wasn't that old though, bro. Wasn't that old. So yeah, man, that should and the other thing too was that, bro, he got COVID like 2 or 3 times, bro. And yeah, man, I don't want to speak too much on this, but between the actual virus and the things that we took for the virus, like, people been having heart problems, bro. Heart problems or respiratory problems, just kind of depends. And nobody can really pinpoint which one it is, because most of us had the virus, and some of us, or most of us, had the shot too. So of course, if someone dies, they're like, "Oh well, he took the thing," and it's like, yeah, he took the thing, but he also had the virus too. So what? We don't really know which one it is. Um, so that's a tough one. But I have been seeing, and there's no way for me to know. This is just anecdotally, but I have been seeing a lot of people suffer from heart stuff recently. And I do know that they did come out recently with a news report that says that there is some kind of correlation between the shot and an increase in, heart problems, or there was another condition. It was a heart problem and something else. But, they said it was slight, but you never know. How many, how many things do we see commercials for? Like, oh, if you or your loved one was exposed to whatever the fuck it's called, mesothelioma or whatever. Or like, um, what is the shit they used to have on asbestos? There's all kinds of stuff, bro. Sometimes it's like, oh, we know this is kind of bad, and then 30 years later, they're like, yeah, that shit is real bad, bro. If you had that, sorry to your peoples. So yeah, we just won't know. But yeah, Bronny James, a couple other people, man, a couple other people. Um, yeah, and yeah, like I said, sometimes when you're looking for stuff, you find it, right? So I know even like when I got hurt, this dude messaged me and he was like, "Did you by chance get the shot? Because I ruptured my tendon and four other dudes I know ruptured these tendons and they all got the shot." I'm like, I think you're looking real hard there, bro. But it's possible. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying you can find a correlation between a lot of things. Half the internet's like schizophrenic to me, bro. Like the correlation they find between things. I'm like, bro, this is kind of absurd and pointless. But like I said, I'm not denying anything. I'm just saying. Mike, didn't you tell me you avoided that shot? Didn't you tell me that? I didn't really have a choice where I lived at. If I had a choice, I'm not saying that I wouldn't have done it. I don't know. But I didn't really have a choice. Didn't want to risk it. I feel that. Yeah, I mean, I felt like um I felt like it made sense at the time of the first one. Literally just the first one. After everyone did the first one, and they're like, well, this shit didn't really work. We're gonna need to boost and do 4 or 5 more and stuff. I was like, yeah, count me out, bro. I ain't doing all that. Um, you know, had that shit really worked and it just stopped everything, and they want to do another one in a few years, they might have got me. But we went from doing it to, all right, I need to get boosters now. I'm like, bro, what? So I never did more than the first one. I just needed to like we couldn't work. We couldn't work and we couldn't go on our honeymoon without the car. We couldn't do nothing without the car, bro. We were in a we were in the Pacific Northwest. So yeah, so I wasn't against it, but if left to my own choice, I probably wouldn't have gotten it out of laziness. I know someone that may have taken five boosters. Five? I think it's possible, bro. Like, all right, for example, my coach. It's like I'm pretty sure he just turned 80 years old, like literally 80 years old. He gets those boosters as frequently as possible, which makes sense because he's immunocompromised because he had two back surgeries and he takes certain meds and stuff. Um, and then on top of that, he's old. Like, he's literally old and immunocompromised. So he got the doses. He gets mad boosters. He gets flu shots. Like, he literally gets all of that stuff, and that makes perfect sense. But like, as a young person, I don't know if that's necessary. I just don't. I'm not arguing for or against it. I'm just saying I don't know that it's necessary. What's up, bro? How you doing? Long time no talk. Well, long time no see in the chat. I messaged you on Instagram not too long ago. Yeah, that's all it was, but that's still you had to take it or else you couldn't work. Um, but I mean, I um, I was in the military too, so I've taken like every vaccine known to man, and I would be forced to get the flu shot every year because it was mandatory. It used to be the it used to be the mist, and then they went away from the mist and started making us do the shot. So that was weird, but yeah, bro, there's been so many vaccines in my body. That's what I'm saying. I wasn't really like scared of it. I was just like, another one, bro. God, yeah. I'm doing good though, man. Yeah, but the recovery is it's it's going. I'm only 3 weeks post op. Most people don't even get to start their physical therapy until 4 to 6 weeks after the surgery. So I'm ahead of the game. I can't complain, man. I can't complain. I'm not in pain and um yeah, everything's going pretty well, man. Pretty well. What's up with that Spanish though, bro? Mike, my goal is still to be walking by my birthday, dog. Alright, bro, I'll see you when you get back. 5 times a week, bro. You about to be fluent in them. um, his hours are gonna be probably kind of random, but if you're gonna be that consistent, um, 5 times a week, I'm sure he'll move his schedule around for you. Cause there's lots of people that like do classes with him, but they'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna do one this week. I don't know if I'll be able to do the next week," and blah blah blah. So always obviously take consistency over inconsistency. So That'd be super good though, man. I'm telling you, like, first of all, I've never sent someone to him that didn't come out on the other side being super conversational. But on top of that, like the time frame that it happens in, it's just so fast, bro. And it's not just like he's like a superhuman or something. If you got any good teacher, it'll be like that. But it just once you do it and your Spanish gets so much better, you're gonna be like, damn, bro, why didn't I do this before? Like I've been wasting my damn time. I feel like for never taking a Spanish class, for never taking a class, my Spanish is decent. It probably is. I thought that too before I took class with Will, but then I was like, damn, my shit trasher than I thought. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That's normal for adults that learn a language because you're learning it through the lens of your first language. So that's also the reason that it's very important to talk to native speakers so that you hear the way that they say things and you can copy that instead of coming up with it yourself. But if you think about like, let's think. Okay, let's think about. You know what the word gustar means? Like if someone said, I'm sure you do. Like if I say me gusta, te gusta, whatever. In English, English speakers try to equate that in their mind. They're like, oh, this means to like something. But that's thinking of it through the lens of your language. Spanish speakers are not thinking, oh, this means to like something. They're thinking, this gives me pleasure. Me gusta. Or te gusta. This gives you pleasure. And so, one thing, because I teach English sometimes, and so one thing that trips them up when they go the other way is the same thing that trips us up when we go this way. Um, in English, I would say, I like you. But in Spanish, I say, me gustas, right? Because you're giving me pleasure, pause. but, and so when they go the opposite way, they mess that up too. A lot of English speakers, when they try to say it in Spanish, they say te gusto. But te gusto means that you like me. So, like, they think, English speakers think they're saying, oh, I like you, and they say te gusto. And the person's like, yo, this motherfucker cocky as hell. How you gonna tell me I like you? But the same thing happens to Spanish speakers the opposite way. When they learn English, a lot of them will say, oh, like, you like me. And they think that they're saying, I like you. Because they're thinking of it through the lens of their language. So it's pretty normal. And like I said, the way you get over that is learning directly from native speakers, speaking with them, or getting taught by them. Because they would tell you, like, we don't ever say that shit, bro. Don't say that, say this. Um, yeah, pretty much that. But yeah, man, you'll be straight. Can you speak in the past tense? I'm kind of trying to gauge your level without knowing anything about it. I find that, what's an example of the past tense? Um, like if I asked you, ¿qué hiciste? ¿Qué hiciste hoy? What would you say? I mean, that's me speaking in the past tense, but still, can you recognize it and can you use it yourself? If you don't know what I just said, I would automatically say that you don't know the past tense. Because that'll probably be one of the first things that you learn. And if you don't know the past tense, then I'm going to tell you something very important, which you'll learn with Will anyways, but might be something you could get ahead of. The past tense was the way that I realized that I didn't know shit. Like I didn't know anywhere close to what I thought I knew. be trying to Google that shit either, bro. Okay, so do you know how to say that you worked today instead of saying I work? Okay, then okay, then I'm gonna tell you something. Whether it be English or Spanish or probably any other language for that matter, a lot of conversation is held in the past tense. Um, you don't think it is, but for the most part, when you talk about the present tense, you're talking about repetitive things that you do like every day. So I say like, oh, I get up every morning at 8 o'clock. That's that's something that's part of my daily routine. I get up, I brush my teeth, blah blah blah. All in the present tense because I'm telling you my daily routine. But if I'm having a conversation, somebody's not gonna say what time do you wake up. They're gonna say what time did you wake up, and I would have to say I woke up at this time today, not I wake up, because it's a totally different tense. Someone says, "Oh, what did you do today?" I'm not gonna say I work. I would say I worked because that's what I did today. What did you eat today? I ate this, not I eat this. Because if I say I eat this, then that sounds like I'm telling you normally I eat this, but not what I ate today. So that's why I said, like, I remember it very, very clearly. I was feeling the same way you were feeling. That's not to bring you down. It's just to let you know where I was at the time. I literally thought the same thing. I told Will whenever I was like, "Hey, yo, let's do this, bro." I'm like, "I already know quite a bit. I just need to sharpen this." He was like, "Cool. Let's talk on the phone one time, and I'll kind of do like an assessment and tell you what I think you could work on, and we could go from there." Man, we got on the phone, bro, and that was literally the kind of questions he was asking me. And he was just like, "Oh, okay, sister," and I'd be like, "Sister," and he'll be like, "What did you do today?" And I'd be like, "Oh, oh, oh," and that's exactly what I would do. I'll be like, "Oh, uh, trabajo y," and I was just like saying stuff in the present tense or unconjugated, and I'm like, "Damn, like, how do I say like I did this thing today? I did this already." And it's like that conversation just made me realize I don't know shit. I was like, man, I thought I was going good. Cause I can recognize a lot of stuff. Like at that time, I could recognize a lot of stuff on paper or like a lot of vocabulary words. But like I said, that conversation and getting started with him made me realize like how much I didn't know. But like I always tell people, that's not something that should make you feel discouraged. It should actually encourage you and motivate you a little bit because you're like, yo, I'm about to unlock a whole different level. If you thought you were doing good before, wait till you can speak in the past tense in the in the future, bro. It's gonna allow you to express yourself so much better. It's gonna cause less confusion when you're talking to people. Um, because yeah, somebody asks you like what you did last week or something, and you say something in the present tense, they're gonna be thinking like, I don't know if he really understood what I asked. Or I don't know if I really understand what he's telling me because we ain't speaking in the same tense, you know what I mean? Or like if you wanted to express that you were going to do something in the future and you can't say that, you can only say it in the present tense, the person might think that you're saying you're about to do it right now, but you're like, oh no, I'm trying to tell them like I'm gonna do it later. It's just little stuff like that. It's just that's why I always tell people like you don't have to aim to be perfect in anything, but the the better you can do something, especially a language like the better it's gonna be for you. You can express yourself, less miscommunications and stuff. And like I said, miscommunications can be something, something. I actually had a slight miscommunication teaching English the other day, and I'm this far along, so just a difference in manners in countries. learning languages. But yeah, so you're gonna love it, bro. And sometime along your journey, I'm gonna be like, bro, you gotta come on the podcast and tell us the story. I just hit this one dude up. I saw him post like a year, I can't think of the word. Oh, like a year update. And I just hit him up and told him he should come on the podcast. So we're supposed to do that next week. It's crazy the difference between yeah, and Brandon Moreno speaking Spanish. What you mean, like their accents? Yo, Taporia, bro, he is the GOAT, bro. He speaks Spanish so well, people wouldn't even know it's not his first language, bro. His Spanish go hard. I mean, to be fair, he lives in Spain, but still, he speak that shit like that's the only thing he ever spoke in his life, bro. But then you see him speaking his native language. You see him speaking the various other languages he speaks, and you like, oh nah, this dude's a genius, bro. Yeah, but in general, I'm not a big fan of Spaniard Spanish. Just don't do it for me, bro. I just don't like it. But there's some people that have like less harsh accents, or like some of the people from the south of Spain. It sounds more like Caribbean Spanish, and I like that better. So much has changed in the UFC since I was on IG heavy. Yeah, bro. There's been a lot of changes real quick. There's probably gonna be a bunch more. Cause there's some big fights coming up, man. Fajeda versus Hill. Somebody's getting knocked out in that fight. What else is coming up? Justin Gaethje. I can't remember. There's a lot of stuff coming up though. To be honest, this was like the third or fourth weekend of like 11 consecutive weekends that are gonna be happening for the UFC. I feel old watching all the people who are dominant now getting smoked. Can't stay on top forever, dog. Can't stay on top forever. Yeah, bro, I just this is kind of like blasphemy, but I don't think Max Holloway is that good. Like he's good, but bro, like people think he would beat Topuria, and I'm just like, no, bro, he would get knocked out bad. But people didn't believe me when I said that about Volk either. So to me, stylistically, that was just a horrible fight, bro. I was surprised it went to the second round. It was literally just because Ilya was being patient, but I was like, dog, I literally was calling that shit for months. I was like, bro, he's gonna smoke him, bro, and people are gonna say it's because he still has brain damage from the Islam fight, but it's not that, bro. Like, he's not fucking with Ilya on his best day, bro. He's just not. Certain styles don't go together, bro. You got somebody that can box that well, and you trying to throw hands with them, you're getting smoked. Like, it's just facts. Um, yeah, it's gonna take like for somebody to be Ilya, they're gonna have to be some kind of wrestler that can also hit really hard. So that he has to watch two things. Because with just his footwork and his hands, he could probably stay away from uh, most like pure wrestlers that can't strike, they get knocked out. Nah, most of that doesn't hit hard enough, bro. Ilya's gonna smoke him, but I think that fight's gonna happen. Pantoja more. Yeah, that was probably fight of the year. I could see it. Man, Moreno looked garbage last night, bro. I was literally falling asleep watching that shit. Duckhead, overhand right, spam. I'm just like, bro, what are you doing? He didn't even look like he wanted to be out there, bro. That shit was pissing me off. Axel, you can't fight. Damn, I only been on for an hour. It feels like 3 hours. Oh, I can fight. Right now it'll be tough. I just can't fight on my feet. Luckily for me, I could generate power even in this position. If somebody get too close to me, they get knocked out. They have to try to grab my ankles and pull me off the bed or something. I don't know if I would consider Brandon Moreno as a dominant fighter. He had some good fights with Figgy, but I don't know, bro. I just never thought that he was like. I never really thought he was spectacular. I was happy when he won his belt, just because it's cool to see someone accomplish that. But I was just like, I just don't like the way he fights. I ain't gonna lie, man. That motherfucker's fat, bro. When I was watching him at the thing this weekend, I'm like, I don't know if he should get up in there with Francis, bro. Yeah, you're right. He needs to fight Stipe. Just be like, yeah, I was dominant in all these weight classes, and he just needs to hang it up, bro. Cause you keep fighting forever, bro. Somebody's gonna beat you up. That's just how it works. Somebody's gonna get you, bro. But yeah, he definitely needs to stay away from Francis for sure. Francis versus Anthony Joshua is coming up. I low key think Francis is gonna get knocked out in that fight, which could affect his MMA. Cause here's the thing, like knockouts affect you, bro. And so I don't know, man. I don't think he should have taken this. I don't think he should have taken this boxing fight, bro. I just against Tyson Fury, it wasn't really that dangerous. Anthony Joshua could punch, dog. And he's gonna have something to prove because he wants to prove that he's bigger than Fury. And yeah, Tyson Fury didn't want to. He didn't want to mix it up with Francis. But Anthony Joshua's gonna mix it up with him. He's not gonna be running around like they're gonna be swinging, bro. And I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, man. Dominic Reyes. That was that's a sad one, man. That's a sad one. I low key thought he won that fight against John. To be honest, bro. Just my opinion. But yeah, it happens like that, man. A lot of fighting is confidence. Like people get mad at Ilya and they say that he's arrogant and blah blah blah. But I'm just like, go in the room, go in there. Axel, can you call Jim? Uh, yeah, they call like young fighters that think that they could be everyone arrogant, but I'm like, bro, you need that. You need that to go for spectacular knockouts. You need that. It's kind of hard to explain, like if you don't fight, but to counter somebody or to throw at the same time as somebody else, like you have to really believe, like we're both gonna land at the same time, but I'm gonna knock this dude out, or he's gonna feel it more than me. Like you have to have the confidence. If you don't, you won't throw. And you can see that in fighters that are like more defeated or not very powerful. Like they won't throw at the same time as someone else, or if they're like getting pressured, they're like doing anything to escape instead of like trying to swing back. And so, yeah, once you get knocked out, bro, you literally can't have that same arrogant mindset because it's like, well, actually, I can lose. Before, you were just like, bro, I don't think anybody can go toe to toe with me. And then somebody does, and you're like, well, damn, somebody can go toe to toe with me. I wonder if this dude can too. I ain't trying to find out 2 times in a row. Um, so yeah, that's it's part of the game, man. Yeah, yeah. Easy comes out. I think I don't know, man. I think it's easier to do predictions on fighters that are when two fighters are when they both have good momentum. Uh, but I don't know what Izzy's. I don't know what his mindset's gonna be going into the fight. I don't know how he's gonna train because I remember. I say remember like it was a long time ago, but when he lost to Strickland before that fight, I said Strickland could beat Izzy if he did this, but that would require Izzy to be running away, and that's essentially what happened. I didn't expect Izzy to fight like that. I really didn't. I listed it as a possibility, but Izzy just was not on smoke for that fight, bro. Like whatever game plan he had in his head, it involved him not getting punched, basically. So when he got his shit rocked in the first round, he was like, "Hell nah, I'm out, bro." And so like, yeah, you never know. Same thing with Kamzat though. Like that dude's weird, bro. He disappears, and I'm like, when is he gonna fight again? And sometimes he looks good, sometimes he doesn't, bro. Like against Burns, he looked ass to me, bro. So I don't know, bro. I don't know. I know he's got like immune issues too. Like he posted himself with like a crazy rash all over his body. So I don't know what kind of shape he's in. Um, it's about to be Ramadan. They're gonna be fasting too. So Kamza, Islam, and a lot of those other Muslim fighters coming into UFC 300 are gonna probably not be in the greatest shape of their life. But I don't know. Maybe they'll figure it out. Don't know, man. I think the DUI shit probably affected it too. Yeah, I think so. I think um, back to what I was just talking about. If you think that someone's willing to like throw their life away in there, bro, and you know you're not, it's kind of hard to. It's kind of hard to say like I'm gonna outdog this dude because you know that you're not willing to go to the level that he's willing to go to because he has nothing to lose. Like he's not the champ. He's already been knocked out before by someone that wasn't the champ. Like he's just literally trying to take your head off. And uh, yeah, if you know, he knocked out Pajeda, but before that, he got stopped. And he's probably just like, bro, I'm not trying to experience that again. I'm not really trying to get into a war again. He probably didn't think that he was gonna have to go into a war. And that's why I always tell people like the dog is circumstantial. People think like you just got that dog in you or you don't, but it's not like that. Circumstantial, whether it's fighting or any other sport, it's a direct correlation to what you expect to have to do and what you're actually experiencing. So there's a real good book that I read before called Endure, and it just talked about how it just talked about a lot of races that really good runners lost, and in almost all of those races, they were projected to win very easily because there was no competition the whole season, and whoever was like the number one contender was on their ass the whole race, and they would break down at the end of the race and they couldn't do it because you go into it thinking I just gotta run my race and I'm gonna be good. But then you're competing side by side with someone and you're like, oh shit, like, I didn't know that there was someone that was gonna be this fast in the race. Versus the opposite, if you're just like, yo, nobody expects me to win. I know this dude's faster than me. I'm gonna just try to stay as close as I can to him and like hold on for dear life. That's a lot easier than thinking that you're gonna have a smooth race and someone's like breathing on your neck the entire time. So it's like that in everything. Same thing. If you thought you were gonna smoke someone in a fight and y'all are going at it crazy, it's like, oh shit, wasn't prepared for this. Versus the underdog is like, I know I'm not gonna win easy. I'm gonna have to blah blah blah. So he's going into exactly what he expected, and you're going into way more than you expected. You probably gonna lose. Yeah, if that was 5 rounds, Usman would have won that, bro. 100%. I agree with you. I didn't really think he won that fight, but I kind of thought that they were gonna call it a draw. But then I realized no, they're not. Usman's on his way out. They're not gonna call it a draw. How did I score DDP Strickland? Man, I don't remember, bro. Honestly, that fight sucked so bad to me, bro. I know a lot of people liked it because like they were both swinging, but I cannot stand that dude, bro. He's so sloppy. I don't care how powerful he is. I don't care that he gets the job done. I just hate watching him fight, bro. Like I can't stand it, dog. And then Strickland, I've never really liked Strickland. He's a jab merchant. Like really, all he does is jab, and just I really just don't like watching either one of them fight, to be honest. So that fight to me was not as amazing as it was to other people. I kind of, I'm trying to think of like what I felt like when a decision got announced. I didn't really think Strickland won, but I guess I wouldn't have been surprised like if they called it either way. Yeah, dog. I don't know how he wins, bro. It's so fucking ugly. And I mean, maybe there was some truth to that shit where they said like he couldn't really breathe, cause he used to get way more tired. He's still ugly and like gets tired, but before he was gassing out crazy, and before he got that surgery. So there might be some truth to that, man. But what was I gonna say about him? Oh yeah, Whitaker. Whitaker. I don't know, man. I don't know about Whitaker, man. He got the dub, but Paulo Costa is not smart. Like, he's not a high IQ fighter, and I just felt like that fight was very close against someone like Paulo Costa. So, and like, had there been more time in that first round, it might have been over because that kick definitely had his legs wobbling. Um, but yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think he could. I'm not sure he could win a rematch against DDP. That one wasn't surprising to me either. Like, yeah, exactly. Someone with Rob's IQ should have smoked him. Like, it just shouldn't have been that close. I didn't really think Paulo won, but I was like, damn, that was like a good back and forth, like, and it shouldn't have been. um, but yeah, just yeah, man. Sometimes your time's up, bro. Power, like Alex Pereira, right? You can fight for longer because you got that equalizer, bro. Like you can always knock somebody out. You might start getting a little bit slower. You might start taking a little bit more punches. Bam, you still knock a motherfucker out. The thing is, when you don't have that, and so like your big things are reflexes, defense, stuff like that, that dramatically deteriorates as you get older. You kind of go from like really, really in the mix to like, damn, this dude kind of washed in like one fight. Like one or two fights, you just go from this is the guy to just like, hey, this dude kind of sucks, bro. Versus when you got power, like you can always stop somebody. They could be beating your ass, bro. You just catch one and blah. So And that was another thing. That's the same kind of thing Topuria said about Volk, and people got mad, but he was just like, yo, Volk doesn't hit hard like that. Like, he has respectable power, but he's not gonna put you to sleep on one punch. And he was like, so I feel like I can make more mistakes with him. And he was correct. Like, Volk does not sleep people with one punch. Same thing with Max Holloway. Lots of dudes like that. Like, anyone that doesn't have crazy power, like I said, they're gonna go from pretty good to basically washed one day. Um, unless they're just like top IQ, like Floyd Mayweather, right? Like, he stayed at the top of the game. Very, very rare. Uh, but his reflexes and his defense was like so overpowered that they've dropped, and it just doesn't seem like they've dropped because it's still so far past everyone else. But most people are not. They're not that kind of defensive specialist. Yeah, he could get another shot, but like I said, man, like, unfortunately, bro, like, all of those dudes that are aging are gonna run into the young dude that hits hard. And that's another thing too. Like, even though it doesn't really seem like it, every generation the game advances. You know what I mean? You look back at like uh just like the people that fought like against Anderson Silva and like that whole generation. Even the people that John Jones fought when he was young. You really look at them and you like, yo, honestly, like, some random dude in the weight class could probably like wash everyone in that class because the game has advanced so much. And like, people get mad if you say stuff like that, but it's just true. Like, it's crazy. Like seeing the fighters now, I'm like, oh, this dude actually has like decent boxing. It's still not like a boxer, but compared to the old shit, like, bro, I don't know when, but like at some point I started looking at Chuck Liddell's fight, and I was like, oh my god, like, how is this dude winning fights, bro? Like, dude's anybody's drunk uncle at a barbecue, bro. Yeah, Anderson Silva era now, or versus Anderson Silva era versus now, it is crazy. Marta Vasquez, hi, how are you doing? I would say no, because it's such a different game. But I do think Ilya could, not in his first fight, but he could get there just because his boxing is so good. But if you look at his training, he legit trains boxing. No, he doesn't. He doesn't like train like striking. He trains boxing like as a boxer, and so that's a huge difference. But you can see guys like Jose Aldo, for example. He transitioned into boxing, and he's like average, bro, because he don't got no crazy power. He didn't have crazy power in the MMA gloves. So when he put on the boxing gloves, it's like, oof, yeah, yeah, he look okay. Like, he's got good defense, he's got good punch selection, but he's like fighting like random dudes and going to decision, and not even like, it's not even like some crazy unanimous decision. It's like, I think he won that. Literally just random dudes from Argentina, bro. Ilya versus Tank. See, that's the thing, bro. When you're talking about the highest level, the mistakes that you can make are so small, bro. I don't think Tank is too small. I don't think Tank's too small. What does Ilya fight at? What did he just what weight did he just win that title at? Um yeah, the 45. Yeah. But to the point, I think that if they did like a catch weight at 140, Tank would beat his ass. Um because they'll have on boxing gloves, and that shit's a big difference. As I'm saying, Tank bangs in the boxing gloves, bro. So Topuria's power is gonna decrease, and yeah, that'll be interesting for sure. But for instance, like somebody his actual size would be Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford would kill Ilya Topuria, bro. Like, yeah, and that's fair. You don't know shit about boxing, and so it's hard to conceptualize. But the skills are so different. The punches are so different because you got on different gloves. Uh, because you have to watch out for different stuff, and so yeah, someone that trains in boxing gloves, fights in boxing gloves, and they're that good. Nobody from UFC just gonna cross over and fight them. Like even like I think Mayweather versus Conor was the greatest example. Conor's a big dude. Mayweather's small. They fought the same weight, but like Conor is way bigger than him. And Floyd is known as like people call Floyd a runner. He's always on his back foot. He's always trying to make people miss. Bro, by the time he knocked Connor out, he was literally walking up to him like this, just taking Connor shots on the glove. Bah, bah, bah. Just no regard for his power or nothing, because they're just such different skills. Connor had no power in those gloves, bro. Like, and yeah, even the angles that he can take with his punches, you can't do that in the gloves because the gloves are bigger. Um, so it's different. It's different for sure. Bud versus Canelo. I'm like the only person that doesn't want to see that. But I don't think Canelo's gonna fight Benavidez. So we'll see. I think he's supposed to make an announcement tomorrow or the next day. So Marta, where did you go? How you gonna say hi and never say anything else? But yeah, man, it's gonna be some good MMA and good boxing coming up. Ryan Garcia is fighting Devin Haney in April, I think. So that's gonna be fun. I like Ryan, man. He got a lot of stuff to work on, but I think he gets a lot of hate for no reason. And I don't think he's as bad of a boxer as people say he is. Why not Tank? Why not Tank? What? Is Tank ducking who? Haney? Because they don't fight in the same weight class. Haney moved up to 140. Him and Ryan moved up to 140. And he refuses to fight Tank at 135 or 140 with a hydration clause. But dude, I don't know why people get so caught up on this shit. Tank is like 5'2", bro. He literally walks around in his fight weight. So like Devin Haney in his last fight, he weighed in at 140, and on fight night he was 165 and 166. That's a big fucking difference, bro. So if you're 5'9" and 165, and you're fighting a dude that's 5'2", like can't even barely make 140. Yeah, no, bro. Like I wouldn't want to do that shit either. I'd be like, bro, nah, like you can't go above 150, dog. Like not the morning of the fight. Like that's crazy. I really think that they should do rehydration clauses for everybody. I think it should be a percentage of your body weight, whatever that might be, and they should be like, you cannot go over this percentage the morning of the fight, because like what is the point of having weight classes, bro, if people are gonna be doing all kinds of shit and losing 30 pounds? Like, bro, why not just fight at your walk around weight? Why does anyone cut for a weight class? They should just, I honestly just think that they should do that shit like uh BJJ and a lot of other amateur type sports where it's like 2 hour weigh-ins, dog. Or weigh in like literally as you walk into the fucking arena, bro. Like, No, definitely no 24 hours plus for rehydration. Motherfuckers going to their room using IVs illegally and stuff. Like, what's the point, bro? Like, the whole point is that we're trying to see who's better at this weight, not who can fight better after weighing in at this weight and fighting 2 days later. Like, I just think that shit's dumb, bro. I think everyone should have to fight like real close to their body weight. And one of the organizations in boxing, WBC? Nah, it's not the WBC. I don't know which organization it is, but for title fights, there's a mandatory rehydration clause for everybody. So I think you can't do more than 10%. I think. Yeah, I think 10%. So like if you weighed in at 140, then you can't gain more than 14 pounds. Because, like I said, it's like you're supposed to be the title holder at this weight, not like the weigh-in champ, and then fucking fight at 180 or something, bro. That's stupid. But it's just the culture now. It's just like people are actually impressed by it. They're like, "Yo, I'm so impressed that this dude can lose 34 pounds," and I'm like, "Bro, what? Like, why are we celebrating this shit, bro?" But it is what it is. Yeah, yo, Romero, Paulo Costa. One time, whenever they fought on the same card, it might have been the time they fought each other. Um, they had the statistics of how much they gained back as a percentage, and both of them were crazy in the red, bro. They had both like regained like I think like 15% or so of their body weight. It was high, bro. Like they weighed in at 185 and then showed up at like 211 and shit, bro. I'm like, man, that's insane, dog. Like, fucking go up to 205, bro. Go up to 205. And then especially like Romero, he fights at 205 now. I watched him fight this weekend against damn, I just forgot his name. Whatever, you know what I'm talking about, Brazilian dude. He won. Yeah, there you go. He won. He look good. He looks old, but he still looks good. Like he's still fast. He's still strong. He still got power. So it's like, why was he burning himself up to make 185? I don't know. I think it's like a scared thing, bro. I think everyone just thinks like, oh well, these people are gonna be too big for me. I think if you look at people like Alex Pereira, bro, good example. He got a way better chin at 205, bro. People could probably have different careers if they moved up earlier and adjusted to it. Problem is, people get to like championship level, contender level, and then they try to move up, and then they're fighting someone who's really good at the weight that they're moving up to. It's like, bro, you should have been moved up before the competition got crazy so you could adjust to it. But, you know, they kicked his way to the W. Yeah, that fight was kind of ugly. I felt bad too, because I know bro's knees are destroyed, dog. Like, he could barely stand up, bro. Um, but it is what it is. Ortega's bitch ass. I was so pissed off. That fight should have been over in the first round, dog. He really dropped the ball. Let Ortega get his confidence and got submitted, bro. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? Yeah, dog. Tore all his ligaments. That's the kind of shit I be talking about, dog. I feel like after something like that, you ain't never gonna be the same, bro. Like, even if you are physically, mentally, you not, cause you like, yo, I don't want someone kicking my shit like that again, or putting it in this position, cause I'm gonna have to go through that whole process again. Like, I mean, actually, like that's kind of what I'm dealing with right now. Like, I'm nowhere near that, but every day people ask me like, oh, are you gonna come back to weightlifting? And I'm like, I don't know, bro. I really don't know because in my head, I'm like, there's always a possibility that this could happen again, bro. I don't ever want to do this shit again, bro. Like ever, bro. But it can happen doing anything. So imagine I don't come back to weightlifting and I tear my shit doing something else. And I'm gonna be like, damn, I should have just been doing weightlifting. But yeah, stuff like that definitely affects your mental. Cause like I said, when you're young and you think you're invincible, bro, you don't even think about stuff like that. You're like, oh damn, dude got his ligaments torn. Well, that shit wouldn't happen to me because I'm stronger than that. Like, I wouldn't let someone kick me that many times. Oh, I would have just did this or till it happens to you, bro. Then you like, damn, all my ligaments, bro. It's tough. I miss fighting though. That's the other thing I think about too. I I mean, since I'm not gonna be doing it for a long time, I might as well just say it anyways. But I was secretly getting ready to take a pro fight, right? So I was boxing a lot. And I'm like, man, imagine that shit would have happened. Imagine I would have tore my quads in the middle of a fight, bro. I would have been pissed. I would have been pissed. But I still got to do that. That's one thing I can't not do. So when I was younger, when I used to really box, when I was still in Texas, this dude told me like, "Oh, bro, you should just like skip over all this shit and go pro and blah blah blah. You can make this much money every fight and whatever, whatever." It was a weird conversation. This dude was Mexican and he was like, "Bro, you remind me of a guy named Canelo Alvarez." I swear to God, bro, this was like 2011 or 12, and so Canelo wasn't huge yet. And I'm like, I know Canelo, like the Mexican redhead dude. And he's like, yeah, that kid, he's gonna be a star. He's like, but you remind me of him. Y'all are built exactly the same. But this was back, I was like 160 at the time, maybe. He's like, y'all are built the same. I see you hit the bag. You got that crazy power. He's like, hey, he's like, you should train with me. You should blah blah blah. You should go pro. And I'm like, you know what, man? Like, I always did say like I want to take a pro fight, even if it's only one, just to like just do it. Anyways, I got distracted. I re-enlisted, so I went back into the military. Uh, I kept boxing a little bit, but I basically left it, and then I always thought about that shit, bro. I basically made the promise to myself that I was gonna take one professional fight, and I never did it. So when I came out here to Colombia and I started going to this boxing gym, the gym was like, they're like, hey yo, you should come to the pro fights. Like I'm like, oh y'all host pro fights, and they're like, yeah, we got this promotional company. Like we, whatever. I went to a couple pro fights, and I'm like, all right, bro, this is my sign. Like I'm gonna do it. So I was literally getting ready, bro, and then this happened. So that's one of my first missions, cause I'll probably be able to do that sooner than I'll be able to like really do weightlifting. One of my first missions is to take a pro fight, and I'm gonna whoop dude's ass. And he not even gonna know that it's not even like 50% of what my footwork is. I don't really care. I feel like no random person is beating me in a boxing match, even if I only got like half my fucking legs. So that's my first order of business. Whenever I can get back to like some real training, I'm gonna take a pro fight, knock that out. Don't know if I'm gonna do more than one, but I'll at least do one, and then I'll get back to weightlifting. So that's your sneak peek exclusive. Not a lot of people know that. Only like my brother probably knows that, and of course the people that I was training with here. But I was ready, bro. I was gonna do that shit in March actually. I was just gonna surprise everybody with a crazy knockout highlight. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, guys, people that I did yesterday. Who are the three people in here three people. I know you didn't hear. Who's the other two? They're not saying nothing. Who is listening? Why are you just listening? You're not commenting. What you doing over there though, bro? Actually, what time is it where you're at? It's 10:13 here. Eating this beef and rice, getting swole. Respect it. 7:13. Wait, didn't you move? Where you at? That is 7:13. Where you at? I thought you moved out of Washington, bro. Or did you move and come back? Or am I tripping? Could swear you went to Arizona or some shit. Arizona or Cali. Nah, I feel like I thought you went to Arizona because that's why I thought you would be on a different time zone. I don't know where I got that from. Bro, here's the thing about fighting, bro. It don't take a lot to fight. Oh, you were in Arizona. Okay. I was like, man, bro. I was like, am I tripping? I knew I had that shit in my head. It doesn't take a lot to fight. It takes a lot to be really, really good. It doesn't take a lot to fight. And in fact, most people that fight are not good, in my opinion. There's too many moving parts. Defense, counters, footwork, game plan, all this shit that it takes a lot of time to learn. It takes a lot of experience. It takes a good coach. Most people that fight, they suck, bro. And it just comes down to who lands better punches, who wants to fight more. But there's hundreds of thousands of professional boxers. You only see 30 or 40 of them. But there's all these guys that the losing guys fight to get to those fights. You know what I mean? So, bro, you go on boxrec.com and see people with 1 win and 213 losses, bro. And you just like, damn, how could this dude be this bad, bro? Like, is he purposely losing? But what you find out is that a lot of people fight to like have extra money. So they might try to win, but there's just basically no chance that they're gonna win. Because it's kind of like, you kind of have to be inside of boxing to know this. But basically, all right, let's pretend you're a up and coming prospect, right? And I'm your manager. I'll be like, bro, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get you 20 wins straight, so that we can call out such and such. Let's just say Devin Haney. So what we do is we pay a person, not directly, we don't directly pay the fighter and say, hey, you need to lose, but we basically pay them to take the fight because we don't want you to fight someone that like is also up and coming and really good. We don't want you to fight them in your first fight and get knocked out or something. So we pay this other promoter. We pay the promoter like, hey, we need someone that has fights, but they're not really good. We need to give my guy some experience. However many fights that guy has, whether they're wins or losses, you're probably gonna pay him like $100 per fight. So even if he won 0 fights and lost 10, you got to pay him a rack to fight you because he's like, you want to fight me, bro. So you need to pay for my hotel and you need to pay me to fight. You got to pay him a rack, and you still got to beat him up. He's not gonna just lay down. So those people, they will fight like every weekend, bro, to get a rack and pay for their kids' daycare, save up for their kids' college fund or something like that. And that's just how it is. Ok, manito, espero que te estés recuperando bien. Saludos en North Carolina. Hey, ¿cómo estás? ¿Qué es lo que hay? Language learner. I couldn't live for myself with a padded record. bro, to me, it's not padded. It's good management, bro. Like, imagine I put you in there with Tank Davis in your first fight. You're gonna get knocked out, bro. You fight Tank, you fight Devin Haney, you fight Ryan, you fight all those guys 10 times in a row. Your career is done. You never get to make any money, bro. That's the whole purpose of prize fighting, is to try to make money, try to make a living for yourself. So if we uh pad your record, because you're still fighting people that are trying to fight you, um to me it's only padded if you're that much better than them and you're intentionally getting like the worst people. We don't know that you're gonna win, bro. I'm just trying to give you the best chance that you can have of winning. I don't think it's padded. But if we do that and you develop incrementally over the course of those 20 fights, and then you fight a big name and you win, what does the padding really mean? It only looks crazy when you got that padded record and you get destroyed the minute you fight someone that's a little bit better than you. That's when it looks crazy. But lots of people, Devin Haney, his first like 15 fights were in Mexico because he was too young to fight in the States. He's fighting construction workers, dog. Like, but he was a kid. Those are good fights for him. Same with Canelo. Canelo went pro when he was like 14 or 15 years old. He's not fighting the best people in the world. He's just fighting literally anybody, bro. And through those fights, you gain experience, and eventually you make a little bit of a jump. So if your first dude was 0-10, he has more experience than you. The second time, we're gonna try to get you someone with less losses, right? The third time, we try to get you someone with less losses. Now you fight somebody that's maybe 1-1, 2-2. And then after that, it's like, all right, man, you gotta step it up. We're gonna fight someone that actually has a winning record, even if it's only 1-0, 2-0, like we talked about earlier. Someone that has not lost yet, or that wins more than they lose, they have a different mindset than someone that loses more than they win. So you take those little steps up, you keep doing well, you keep getting better, and your competition gets better as well. It's not like you're getting better and we're just like, we need to find the worst opponent possible. We're trying to find someone that suits your skill level. You still might lose, but we're trying to manage you as well as possible. Look at Khabib's first 10 fights. People bring that shit up all the time. I'm like, bro, that's how the fight game works. I don't think Khabib fought someone with a winning record until like his 12th fight, bro. The motherfuckers are always losers. But it don't matter. Dude had to learn how to fight. All he knew how to do was wrestle. So he was kind of getting pieced up, even by those dudes that couldn't fight. Imagine if we would have just thrown him in there with Conor like the first time. He would have got beat up. But he had to develop all of those little skills. And it's like, all right, now you ready for the big stage, dog. There's a lot of other people. I wouldn't even be able to bring up their names to talk about them because they get lost in history. But there's a lot of other people that aren't managed well, and they could have been a lot better, but they get starched, like they get smoked early in their career, bro. And you like, bro, why did they put him in there so early, bro? And yeah, like I said, you're kind of not the same after you get knocked out cold, bro. So it's tough. Gotta maximize the profits, dog. Maximize the profits. Oh, hold on, let me stretch it and I'll read whatever you just commented. Todo bien, bro. Hoy en día, ¿cuáles son las dificultades que tienes con el español? Mmm, buena pregunta. No sé. Lo más difícil es que, no sé, por ejemplo, cuando hago la fisioterapia, la mujer me habla sobre los músculos y todas las cosas sobre el cuerpo que yo no sé, hasta en inglés. Entonces me hace difícil, pero no, pero eso es normal. Como te dije, hasta en inglés no puedo hablar de los tendones y todo eso, entonces más o menos eso. Pero normalmente día a día en la calle y todo eso, no tengo problemas. Llevo 3 años y pico aprendiendo el idioma. ¿Y cómo te sientes? Lecciones planeadas. Yeah. Mike, I'm gonna hit you up after this, bro. I might need some tips on my English classes, bro. Mike, you teach group classes at all? El idioma más bonito del mundo. En eso estoy de acuerdo, bro. I recently started teaching group English classes, and that shit is way harder than an individual lesson, bro. I'm not gonna say it's uncomfortable, but that shit is not as smooth as when I'm 1-on-one. I feel like I can make anyone feel comfortable, and they open up and they want to speak and blah blah blah. And the groups, bro, it's like I'm like, okay, it's your turn. Like you need to talk or whatever, and they're like embarrassed because there's more people in the group and they don't want to sound bad or they want someone else to go first. I'm like, bro, y'all messing up my flow, dog. Once I get approval from my boss, I'm gonna start tutoring one of my kids' oldest sisters English. Yeah, dog, it's not fun, bro. Especially cause like, where do you teach? I teach them online for Giselle, bro. Giselle just hits me up and she's like, this person needs to take this test in 2 months and pass with a C1 level. We're gonna be doing these days. I'm like, cool. Well, she made like a thing, like basically a start from zero English thing, and they're like, oh, okay, you're gonna be learning with a native speaker, blah blah blah. And so she was like, yo, can you do every Saturday? I'm like, yeah, cool. Yeah, first time, I'm like, oh, yeah, this is different, bro. I don't know what I was expecting, but I was like, this is different, bro. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Don't know what I was expecting, but it's hard. It's hard for sure. Especially because like some of them are at different levels. Like they're all supposed to be like starting from zero, but I swear two of the girls, bro, they like I'm like, you know a lot already. So I feel like that makes the other ones a little uncomfortable because I'll be like, okay, let's practice this. I ask your name, I ask you this, you ask this, blah blah. And they just zoom through it. I'm like, oh shit, that was good. And I go to the next person and they can like barely say the first sentence. And then they're like, oh, I'm embarrassed. And they like mute their mic. I'm like, bro, you can't just mute the mic in the middle of us talking. But I'm like, yes, you can, because I can't do nothing about it. So it's a little, it's a little awkward sometimes. Um, oh yeah, she's definitely. She told me about that actually because, bro, I think I was gonna text you and I never did. But I was like, what is the easiest way for me to get that certification? Because she told me the job that they want you to do. Um, what is it? You're like the moderator for the speaking part of the exam, right? Or something like that. And I'm like, oh shit, bro, I didn't know you could do that online. That's a mad easy job, and probably for some decent pay too. So I was like, I need to get the cert, dog. I need to get the cert, dog. Yeah, inefficient for sure. It's a mix, bro. They're not like little kids, but I think two of the girls are 15. Some people in there are 28. That's what I'm saying, bro. And obviously the teenagers handle English better because they probably like watching TikTok and shit where they learn English words and stuff like that. And the adults kind of don't know shit. So it's different. It's different. Don't worry though, bro. She's busy too because she just started back up. Whatever she does, university teaching and all of that stuff. Yo, language learner, you still up in here? If you ever want to do a podcast, let me know. I like doing podcasts. Yeah, Mike, I'll probably still be on here. I think I'm gonna stay on until like 11. But yeah, language learner. I like doing podcasts with people that are learning or have learned. I mean, you can't really ever say you've learned, but I like doing podcasts with people that are learning or have learned Spanish, just to kind of show people what's possible. So I got somebody that I'm supposed to do one with in a week on Sunday. And yeah, I'm always looking for more people, man. So I like talking to people that learned and asking them, what they did to learn. Just speaking in Spanish so people can hear it, see us make mistakes, see us do whatever, and say like, oh, okay, this is cool. This is where I could be in 3 or so years if I do the same amount of work that they did or whatever. So I don't even know if you're still in here, but if you are, let me know if you're ever interested in that. We can schedule a time. Oh man. I think I got weaker, bro. It's kind of hard to open that bottle. I used to be the bottle opener. Now look at me. You didn't see that. I didn't know there was another cup. Cut my nails. This is what nails are important for. Stuff like this. When you want to open a bottle. Luckily, I still got this, and I can poke a hole in it. I don't know how, but somehow I'm losing my voice. That's weird. I've not done anything to lose my voice. Four people, what are you doing? I'm always interested in people that watch and don't comment. Like, are you just entertained by listening? Or what? Or am I somebody's sleep meditation sound? You're like, listening to this boring motherfucker is gonna put me to sleep for sure. Yeah, I got you on the boxing listeners, dog. Listen, bro. Now I'll turn you into a champion. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's coaching. I'm a great coach. I actually trained hella people in boxing before I moved out here. One of them is in Vegas right now, and he's doing well in his boxing. He's with a different coach now, obviously, but I'm happy to see him in his journey. You know what else, bro? Earlier, I said everybody tell me something that you learned, and you didn't tell me nothing you learned, bro. What's something that you learned recently, bro? Could be Spanish. Don't have to be. Could be anything. You could have just learned something in life. I learned I gotta move to Colombia and become a boxing champ. Hey man, I believe in you. You can do it. My boy Phil, what's up, bro? You been running or what? You been falling off the boat like Chuck Liddell or what, bro? Clumsy ass motherfucker. I personally think his equilibrium is off. I don't think he was drunk, and I don't think he slipped. I think his brain is messed up. Sunday rest today. Just give me 4 months, dog. 4 months. We'll be jogging, bro. Probably. Maybe. Potentially. Yeah, bro, he does walk trash, actually. That's what I was telling you, bro. I'm like, he could have slipped, but I don't think so, bro. Like, he be looking like he's about to fall over all the time. But just the way he felt was hilarious, bro. Like, that was really some old people shit or some clumsy people shit. Cause I'm like, bro, how did that happen? The people beside him didn't even know he fell. That was what was crazy. Whoopsie daisy. Yeah, dog. That was pretty funny. Good old Chuck. Good old Chuggy. You missed it, dog. We just talked about MMA for like an hour, bro. We could have used some Phil input. We just talked about how all the old motherfuckers about to get knocked out soon. It's a young man's game, dog. And I was talking about how trash Brandon Moreno is. Maybe he's not trash, but how trash he looked last night. That shit was whack, dog. Like, I was literally falling asleep. Volk should definitely retire. I think there's no benefit of not retiring. It sucks that he was gonna go out on 3 losses straight. I know he don't want that, but like you, what if you just keep losing? then you gonna be like, damn, I should have stopped at 3 instead of 5 or 6. You don't want to end up like Tony Ferguson. Like, dude, to me, his legacy is so tarnished, dog. It's hard to remember him when he was like good, because I'm like, dog, I can't remember the last time you won. But Volk really gains nothing from. He really gains nothing from fighting again. And if he retires now, he's still Hall of Fame. Still was a great champ. Like, let's give it a rest, dog. Hang him up, bruh. So what you just said is what I think about Brandon Moreno. Like, motherfucker, just twitchy, bro. Just all over the place. But I just don't think he's good, bro. Like, yeah, he's just in pretty good shape, which is enough sometimes. But, bruh, like that duck overhand right that he was throwing last night, I've never been so pissed off in my life, dog. I'm like, bro, please knee him in the face, bro. Please, bro. Yeah, yeah, no, I agree. It feels kind of disrespectful when you say somebody's like not that good, but it's just what I think. Like, clearly he was good enough to get a belt. He was good enough to get to the point to win a belt from a weight trained Figgy. But I just don't think he's that good. Am I saying I could beat him up? I'm not saying that. I could, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he just ain't that good. He just ain't, bro. It's a couple dudes like that though, man. Like, just sometimes people are just like in good shape. Actually, as good as Ortega's finish was last night, like if he wasn't in shape, then he wouldn't have won. Like, first of all, he should have lost in the first round, but he didn't. Second of all, I can't believe he didn't lose in the first round. But yeah, because he was able to stay calm and keep getting punched in the face, he was able to get that opportunity to submit him. But, bro, I just don't know how he won that fight, bro. And I shouldn't say I don't know how he won. I don't know how you're lost. Like, how, bro? How did you not finish it? How? God. Call of Duty Killer, what's up, man? Yeah, bro, Ortega has no defense. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy that he made it out of the first round. Like, Yair sucks for allowing that. But, yeah. Yeah. And, yeah, I mean, even, I would say, like, Royval last night, to me, he won because he was in better shape. Because both of the motherfuckers look trash out there. Like, Royval throws punches with absolutely no power on them. And that shit was just ugly to me. But Brandon Moreno just looked like he was just out of it. He didn't look like he really wanted to fight. And he just would do this shit and get pieced up. And then he would duck his head and throw overhand right. And, I think Royval won just because he was in better condition. Clearly, that elevation wasn't affecting him. But I think they said he trains in Denver or something like that. So, normal day for him. Yeah, no, Ortega literally can't do shit standing up, dog. But again, like I was saying this before you came in, Phil. People with people whose like main attributes are stuff that isn't power, they go from being good or okay to like super trash one day. So Ortega, for example, yeah, he made it through this one, but bro, somebody else is gonna literally put him to sleep, bro. Like he's not gonna get out of the first round against someone else, and then like people are gonna be like, damn, was he always that trash? Yes, he was always that trash, but he just was young enough or strong enough to like hold on and make it to another round and get a takedown or something. But bro, you ain't gonna do that every fight. Somebody's gonna put you to sleep, dog. Like you can't fight like that, bro. You cannot fight blocking punches with your face, bro. What's worse is it might not be somebody good that does it. It's gonna be some random dude that sleeps him, bro. I mean, he's a big enough name where you probably wouldn't be fighting a random dude. But hey, bro, I still remember I was watching that shit live, bro. And remember how quiet it was because it was COVID? I was like, bro, this is bad, bro. They gotta stop this, bro. Tony getting punched in the face and shaking that shit off. I'm not. You adding to the concussion shaking your brain right now, bro. Those noises was like brutal, bro. It was making me cringe. I was like, oh no, they need to stop the fight, bro. Josh Emmett, yeah. He said let him die. Yeah, that was the beginning of the end for him, man. And like I said, he's a good example. Like when you don't hit hard, bro, you're not as much of a threat when you get older because you can't be as conditioned, you can't be as fast, you can't be as tough as you were when you were young. Like you just can't. That's a part of getting older. And so when you got nothing to make somebody back up, like I said, you go from being pretty good to one day you just like this dude kind of sucks, bro. Kind of sucks. Max Holloway gonna get his too, bro. Max Holloway's self-proclaimed best boxer in the UFC, but like he don't hit hard enough, bro. He's gonna run into the wrong dude sometime soon. Him and versus Ortega isn't a bad match to make. Yeah, Emmett's gonna knock him out, bro. But that'll be cool. It'll be cool to see. It'll be cool to see. How you hit someone 500 times and he didn't collapse. I don't even know which fight you talking about, but yeah. I'm talking. Are you talking about Holloway? Because Royval just hit Brandon Moreno. I think I don't know how many he landed, but I know he threw. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. So that's it. Perfect example, bro. He's good, but if you can land all them shots and nothing happens, bro, like you're gonna run into a dude that those shots don't bother, and he's gonna fuck you up. Like when you go against the power puncher, you're gonna get fucked up. You're gonna get fucked up. And usually people don't see those fights coming because they don't like. A lot of people just don't want to believe that power is a big equalizer. Um, and but it just is. You can just look at dudes like Francis, bro. Like that motherfucker does not need to be as good as you. He needs to hit you. Deontay Wilder, he needs to hit you. And so, yeah, bro. If they don't respect you, it's gonna be real hard for you to win against somebody like that. Um, Now, if they don't really hit that hard, and you don't really hit that hard, well then yeah, it's like whoever's better. But if they can crack, bro, am I bugging or does Wilder not have good boxing? Bro, he has zero boxing ability. He's one of the worst boxers I've ever seen in my life. That made it to that high of a level. But that's my point, bro. That's my point. when you hit hard, you do not need all the skills that everyone else needs. Like that's why it's the great equalizer, bro. They say the weight room is the great equalizer, but yeah, like Wilder himself says this quote all the time. You have to be perfect for 36 minutes. You have to be perfect for 12 rounds. I only have to be perfect for one punch. And it's true. Even in the first Fury fight, Fury's whipping his ass all over the ring, gets knocked down at the very end. Like, oh my God. He has 1,000 horsepower in his hand. Yeah, facts. The weight room is the great equalizer in other sports. I think my basketball coach used to say that, or my track coach. I don't remember which one. But it's like, yeah, if somebody could be like a little better than you, but if you're stronger than them, you can manhandle them. It's the same thing. It's just, I mean, strength matters in fighting too, not just power. Cause you can see that shit with more so in boxing, but I think it still makes a difference in MMA. But in boxing, what a lot of times it makes a huge difference is if someone can grab you when they're hurt. For instance, there was a Mexican versus Puerto Rican fight yesterday, Vargas versus Rodriguez, and Rodriguez hit a little bit harder, so he dropped Vargas in the first round. It was like, damn, that was early. But Vargas was a lot stronger, bro. He didn't hit as hard, but he was a lot stronger. And so when he started banging and he hurt Rodriguez, Rodriguez tried to clinch. And dude literally just pushed him off like this and got a separation back and started piecing him up. Tried to clinch him again. He's like, fuck off me. Started beating his ass again. So that's where, like, the weight room does matter for stuff like that, bro. If you can't clinch, you can't stop yourself from getting knocked out. It'll be the same thing as, like, in MMA. You know, sometimes they get hurt and they shoot for a shot. If the person can just stop you from getting that takedown, you probably about to get knocked out. If they can cut the ring off or the octagon off, if they can stop you from moving when you're hurt, you're probably about to get knocked out. Um, so yeah, a lot of stuff like that. Like I said, people don't think it's important until it shows up. Until you're just like, oof, that dude's a lot stronger and hits a lot harder than that dude. So this fight isn't very close. Isn't very close. What was I gonna say? Don't remember. The weight room can keep you healthy in contact sports like football. Yeah. But also, even outside of being healthy, just straight up, you know, I guess you could put this in a category of power, but it's kind of strength too. There's two different situations, but you know, if someone tries to wrap you up for a tackle, if you're strong enough, Marshawn Lynch, all these type of dudes, you can literally be like, the fuck off me. Or when y'all go pad to pad, whoever's more powerful, you know, they're gonna probably win that one. You probably gonna end up on your back. You know what I mean? And you can be powerful and not be super strong, but you can't be powerful and weak. Like you need to be a certain level of strong. Like you gotta be strong enough to produce the force. You know what I mean? Like that's me. I mean, no, powerful and weak. Nah, I was about to say you're actually a pretty good example. I never really watched you play football or anything, but I would say weightlifting is a good example. You're good at weightlifting. That's subjective, right? You're good. All right, on a national level, you're decent. You made it to national, so you don't suck necessarily. Worldwide, maybe, but national level, you made it to nationals, and you did that without like a crazy excess of strength. Like everyone else that probably lifted the same numbers as you probably squatted what 100 more pounds or something. But you're not weak though. You couldn't do those numbers if you had a 200 pound squat. You don't have a 600 pound squat, but you have enough. You have enough strength to produce the power that you want. So it's the same thing. Like I guarantee you, like Wilder, Francis Ngannou, all of these dudes who are crazy powerful, even if they never lift like that, they're not gonna be one of those Kevin Durant. They're not gonna be one of those dudes that's like, damn, he can't even bench 135. That's crazy. Like, there's literally no way. You wouldn't be able to produce that force. You just wouldn't. Yeah, exactly. And it's not, and like I said, it's not that you don't have absolute strength. You have less in comparison to other people that do the same thing as you. Um, and so, like, in fighting, you might have two guys that hit really hard. One of them might produce that power because they're so strong and they're inefficient, but they still, like, they're so strong that the power is here. The other person might be super efficient and produce the same power, but their strength is down there. So um, don't really matter how you get there, as long as you can produce the force. So some people are just not as efficient, um, and that's cool. That's fine. Keep lifting weights and keep getting stronger. You could try to be more efficient. That helps, but sometimes, depending on where you're at in the game, it might not be worth it to spend all your time trying to be more efficient. It's like, dog, like, for instance, to me, Wilder's coach made a mistake with him. Dude started boxing when he was 19, got a bronze medal at the Olympics off of like a year and a half of experience. Knocks out everybody. And then, on the biggest stage of his life, these motherfuckers start trying to get him to box more efficiently. No, go out there and try to knock his head off, bro. That's what you did the whole time to get here. All we should be doing is trying to make you better at knocking his head off, not at all the other shit, bro. You suck. It's too late. You suck. Try to knock his head off. And so he just lost his last fight, bro, to someone that he shouldn't have lost to because he was trying to box. And it's like, why are you doing that? You can't box. You fucking suck, bro. Just throw as many wild punches as you can. You're probably gonna scare the dude just off of the wildness of your punches, bro. So same thing in other sports as well. Sometimes, for instance, in track, and I really I got lucky. Our high school track coach was smart enough to be like, I'm not gonna try to change your stride up because you just run like that. And he's like, and I watched Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson used to run with that same little lean back and short strides like you got. So I'm gonna let you do that. We're just gonna make you better at being you. And so that's what my track coach did for me. He's like, let's just get faster running like that instead of trying to change your whole style of running. Because Michael Johnson, he ran a world record with the fucking lean back, short arms, mad inefficient, short stride. You just like, how is he running this fast, bro? Don't matter. He's doing it. So there's ideal, and then there's, bro, you're fast. Like, who gives a fuck what the ideal is, bro? Who cares what a proper punch is supposed to look like if you stopped 40 people in a row? Them motherfuckers was throwing ideal punches and they got knocked out. So, like, in theory, yeah, exactly. In theory, if you saw a kid running like that, you'd be like, bro, you suck. You're not gonna go far with that. And they probably told him that. But he was probably so fast that they're just like, yeah, you know what? Keep doing that. Keep doing it, bro. Because you can't argue with a win. You just can't. Like I said, Wilder, if he knocks you out, all you could do is be like, if you wouldn't have landed that, you wouldn't have won. But like he did, like he won. So you know, hey man, that was a great world record, but your technique was suboptimal. And if I were you, this is what I would do. It's like, bro, shut up, shut up. And it's funny because lots of people on the internet do that. like you said. People comment like, this dude could be so faster if he did this. It's like, bro, this dude lives this shit, bro. You think he doesn't know what optimal technique is? No, bro, they know what it is. They made a decision, bro. Like, for whatever reason, they made a decision that this is gonna be best. And they're sticking to it. Motherfuckers be armchair coaching hard as hell. I hate reading the comments on track posts, bro. I can't stand it, bro. It's like, he really needs to work on his start. You think he just don't be doing starts in practice? You think his coach is like, we don't need to do starts. This shit's not important at all. Let's just start jogging and take off in a sprint from there. It's like, bro, they be working on it. For some reason, he sucks at it. It's not his strong suit. It's hard to be good at everything. Now, you could say, man, if that dude's start was better, he'll probably have the world record. That's fair. But to be like, him and his coach really need to work on this. It's like, bro, you have no idea what their training is like. You just, I don't even need to explain it. You already know. That shit is dumb. The greatest closer to work on starts. Yeah, and that's another thing too. A lot of people don't realize like a lot of that stuff is tied together. Like a lot of great kickers and closers, like the reason they're kicking so hard is because their first lap was slow. So people are like, he just needs to get out and stay ahead of the pack. No one will catch him with his kick. It's like he wouldn't have the kick if he did that. Hello, desde Argentina. Buenas tardes o buenas noches. Uf, son las 11. ¿Cómo estás, Facundo? But yeah, it's the internet, man. The internet. But Phil, did you see all those fast ass times the college kids were running this past week, bro? Is that weird or what, bro? I saw a 44 indoor record in the 400. I saw a crazy fast high school 4x1. I saw some girls running crazy fast 4x4. Estoy bien, ¿y vos cómo estás? Estoy bien, no me puedo quejar. No me puedo quejar. ¿Cuántos años tienes? ¿O cuántos años tenés? This early in the season, yeah, man. Sometimes I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, cause you know, like you're supposed to peak. So I'm like, are they ahead of schedule, but they're still gonna peak on time and be super good? Or are they doing it too early and they're gonna show up to the big events and be slow? 23, okay. Yo, ¿cuántos años tengo? 32 creo, no me acuerdo. Cosas de viejos. Pero sos muy joven, 23. But yeah, Phil, they're rolling, bro. I've been mad jealous, bro. I've been mad jealous looking at everyone sprinting and lifting weights, bro. I'm just like, I can't do anything. I'm stuck in bed, bro. I can't do anything. I want to run. I want to jump and shit, bro. Also, my brain is fucked up, bro. Like, I watch people sprint, jump, and lift now, and I'm just like, how are they doing that without ripping their legs apart, bro? Because, like, the thought of, like, hitting my foot on the ground right now, just, like, it makes me start sweating, bro. My my legs would explode. They would, at this point, they literally would explode. But yeah. Yeah. No estoy viejo. Oh, gracias. Facundo, dime un poco sobre ti, para que te conozca mejor. ¿Qué te gusta hacer? But yeah, Phil, I'm I'm ready, bro. I know it's gonna be a long time before I'm able to do anything, but man, when I come back, bro, I just want to do everything, bro. Everything. Hago fútbol, soy panadero, repostero. Oh, ok. ¿Y en cuál parte vivís en Argentina? Porque quiero viajar. Yeah, you're my corner dog. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. I think I'll be able to do everything else besides lifting earlier. Like I think I'll be able to jog and box and everything earlier than I'll be able to lift. Obviously, because lifting just a lot of pressure on the tendons. Um, so might get on that running shit with you, bro. Okay, Rio Negro. Pero es que no sé nada de Argentina, no conozco Río Negro. Pero ok, lo voy a buscar y voy a viajar en el abril, tal vez, o el mayo. Saw the results from World Masters games last year. I couldn't medal if I tried hard enough, which pisses me off because I know I am. Bruh, you can do it. ¿A dónde? Argentina. Facundo es de Argentina. Bariloche. Okay. No kids tonight. Nah, no, so far no. Facundo tiene 23. Oh shit, I'm tripping. I thought you were talking about masters running shit. I don't know why I thought that. I know you're not that fast, but I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, nah, 160. I feel you. I wouldn't be trying to do that shit either. No, no me gusta el frío. Oh yeah, the algorithm definitely kicked me out, bro. For a while, I was getting mad, like teenagers and shit, hella views. And I must have pissed the algorithm off. They're like, this guy out of here, man. Or the kids reported me. It's possible. But yeah, Mike, I don't know if I told you, bro, but like, even though I told you to come here for my birthday, if I'm able to walk decently, I want to go somewhere else for my birthday. Even like, there's like a little town here, like it's like the Encanto town. Like I either want to go there or I actually do want to go to Argentina, bro. And so, but I was gonna tell you that. Don't worry. I was gonna tell you like you should come here and we should take a domestic flight to Argentina or something like that. Cause me and Axel wanted to go to Argentina. How many times did I leave the house last week? Man, I didn't leave in the house, bro. ain't leaving the house, bro. This is what I was talking about earlier. Like, there's so much stuff you don't like. Like you said, I was gonna appreciate my legs. It's true because there's so much stuff you don't realize. Like little simple stuff, bro. Walking down a fucking slope, like I couldn't do that shit because I can't bend my knees. So I put the walker on the slope. I'll just go forward, bro. I have no way of like stopping myself. Um, yeah, walking. I don't know which one is worse, uphill or downhill. But either way, if I do that, Axa has to put her hands on my chest or my back to stop me from either falling forward or backwards, and I have to go like super slow. That's literally how you get like out of my. So once you leave my front door, there's the hallway. Once you leave the building, it turns directly into a slope and stairs, which neither one I can do. If I had one good leg, then I could like shift my way down the stairs on one leg. Mike not English. Pero Mike habla español también. Facundo, ¿qué podría hacer yo en tu ciudad si visito? But yeah, bro, walking walking out of the apartment is it's, I can do it, but it's hot as fuck out there too, bro. So I'm instantly gonna start sweating for what, bro? But the physical therapist today was telling me I need to do it. She's like, you need to at least like a couple times you need to go walk down the hallway, like you need to leave sometimes. And I'm like, oh, brother, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I can't just not walk forever. Vegetación, asado, cerveza, fiestas. Okay, okay. Puede ser, no sé. Puedes hacer de todo. The days seem to go by faster or slower. I mean, for the situation I'm in, I think it's going by fast, bro. But luckily, like, I got a good support system. I have stuff to do. I still teach English. I still program workouts for people. Um, I do this stuff like this, so it's not like I'm just like wallowing in my room. I'm always like, oh, tomorrow I gotta wake up and do this, so I need to go to sleep. Oh, tomorrow I gotta do this. So it's like I'm always like looking forward to something, so I'm not just sitting around just like, oh man, my life sucks. But yeah, si no es Argentina, ¿dónde sería la otra? Em, no sé, no he decidido. Fortnite God, yo hi. What's up, bro? I'm assuming you're a bro. Or else you'll be Fortnite goddess. But I don't know. It's 11:11. Make a wish. Se vienen los niños. Ah, ¿sabes qué, Facundo? ¿Qué pensás de tu presidente? No me acuerdo su nombre. Javier Milei o algo así, ¿verdad? I need to get my sleep schedule back to normal, so I'm gonna head out. Cuídate mucho. All right, bro. I'm about to get off here like really, really soon, actually. So let me see what am I at? 1 hour. Oh no, I'm at 2 hours. I'm tripping. ¿Qué pensás? ¿Qué opinas? ¿Te cae bien o no? Oh, ok. Me parece, me parece loco. Está loco, bro. Pero ¿qué está pasando en tu país con la inflación y todo eso? Porque he escuchado que hay mucha pobreza en ese momento. No sé si sea cierto, pero eso es lo que he escuchado. Corrupción, corrupción. Y como vos decís, loco, man. Pero ¿qué va a pasar? Sube inflación y más pobreza. Mm, sí, eso me preocupa un poco. Porque donde hay inflación y pobreza y crimen, inseguridad. Pero tu ciudad, ¿insegura? Ok. Me sale de mandarlo a carajo. Ninguna parte es seguro. Uf. ¿En Argentina o todo el mundo? Porque lo que decís es cierto. En todo el mundo. Pero hay partes más peligrosas que otras. En todo el mundo, sí. No, eso es cierto, estoy de acuerdo. De donde soy, hay muchos tiroteos. ¿Dónde estás viviendo? En ese momento vivo en Colombia, en Cali, Colombia, actualmente, pero soy de los Estados Unidos, el sur del país, Texas. Jojo Mac, ¿cómo has estado, hermano? Todo bien, todo bien. No me puedo quejar, estoy vivo. ¿Y tú cómo estás? Colin, my guy, where you been, bro? I haven't seen you in a long time, man. Tu, 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 tu. You'll be here soon? What soon? How's your Spanish been going? About 2 months. Okay. I should be up and recovered by then. Bien, saludos a tu país. ¿Cómo van las cosas? Oh, las cosas se están empeorando por la misma razón. Eh, Sube la inflación. No, es que todo está caro. Todo está caro. La renta, la comida, todo. Te digo algo. En 2019, estaba pagando más o menos 1,300 por la renta, ¿sí? En 2023, el año pasado, la renta, la renta había subido al 2,400. Es una mierda. No pude. Por eso quería irme y vine acá. Learning every day. That's good, Colin. Keep it up, bro. Just take it a day at a time, man. Just talk when you can. Talking is the most important thing. Talking is the most important thing. What up? Bro, you know what? I was gonna get off at 11. It just got crazy lit when I was gonna get off. I guess I'm gonna stay on longer. Thoughts on that whole sneak over Strickland ordeal? I just didn't care about it that much. I think if you step in there with somebody like Strickland and you expect him to be nice to you, you're kind of an idiot. The dude is a psychopath, bro. He's not like a nice guy, so I don't know like what he expected. I don't like him anyway, so I mean I don't like either one of them, but yo odio números en español. odio esos números, ¿por qué? Ah, porque se te hace difícil. Estamos jodidos. Sí, pero estamos vivos. Sí, brother. Estamos vivos. They say Strickland is basically a GTA character. Bro, he's a troubled kid, bro. His dad beat the shit out of him as a kid, and he has a lot of trauma, bro. He was a Nazi, like a literal neo-Nazi. He used to have a swastika on him and stuff like that, and he's just troubled, man. Like, and fighting like helps him stay out of trouble. Why you would get in a cage with a dude like that and expect him to be nice to you, I don't know. And to be honest, he was pretty nice until like the last 30 seconds. But like, what do you expect, bro? Like, you're trying to fight him. He's gonna punch you. Tengo sueño. Oh, cambiar de tema. Tres deportes favoritos. El boxeo. Uf, no sé, mano. Casi no veo nada. Baloncesto y fútbol. Fútbol. ¿Y tus tres favoritos qué? Y no te vuelvo a ver. Así que hacemos que te vas a volver. ¿Practicas alguno? Sí, hago el boxeo, compito en levantamiento de pesas. No he jugado fútbol nunca. Y jugaba baloncesto, pero cuando era muy joven, ahora no. Ah, sí, ¿te gusta el boxeo? ¿Y tu boxeador favorito quién es? Necesito saber, dime. Y no digas Carlos Monzón. Rolando, what you been up to, man? Chino Maidana. Ah, ok. Chino Maidana. Floyd y Manny Pacquiao. Casi. Manny Pacquiao, sí. Pero te entendí. Facundo, enséñame unas palabras muy argentinas, como jerga. Ah, pero eso es muy básico. Che, boludo. No, enséñame más. Alguna vez vi la serie El Marginal, entonces aprendí algunas palabras como... Ah, se me olvidó. Eh, ¿Qué decía? Guacho, algo así. Guacho, no me acuerdo. Gato. Sí, gato, gato. Ok, ¿qué más? Algo que ellos decían mucho era negro de mierda. Ah, watching, yeah, watching. La concha de tu hermana. I've gotten a what? Comp Comptia? I don't know what that is. Study thing on Amazon. There's just so many fields. Kind of feels like paralysis by analysis. Fields in what? I don't know what that is. Teach me. Is it something I need to get? Pero Facundo, ¿has visto la serie El Marginal o no? Me gustó mucho. Oh, the IT field. Oh. Conozco, pero no lo vi. ¿Qué? Ah, bro. No, tienes que verla. Obligado. Take out and heavy. Bro, wait, I thought you were going to sleep. This guy, that's why your sleep schedule is fucked up. Barra Brava. ¿Pero es una serie de Argentina o qué? Barra Brava. Lo voy a buscar. Y también me gustó Casado con Hijos de Argentina. Ok, Barra Brava. Lo voy a buscar. Mike, what you doing, bro? What was your, what made you say, you know what? I'm not going to sleep. Ok, has visto Casado con Hijos, pero no has visto El Marginal. La mejor, la mejor serie del mundo. Y no la has visto. O no la has visto. Tisk, tisk. No, no tiene sueño. Pero yo sí. Facundo, eh, ¿qué te iba a decir? No me acuerdo. Oh, una canción de Argentina. ¿O qué te gusta escuchar? 7. Why'd you wake up so early, bro? Ese tango, milonga. Ok, me gusta la cumbia. En verdad, no sé mucho de tango. De la Roxy. Pero la canción. Ah, no. Ellos son de Uruguay, creo. Los que cantan. Ya no sé qué hacer conmigo. Son de Uruguay, ¿verdad? ¿Conoces esa canción? Mis amigos están a punto de tener un bebé. Son locuras porque me parece igual a cuando éramos adolescentes. Tarde de la vida. Se nos está volando el tiempo. Sí, más o menos. Oh, a veces es lento, a veces es rápido, pero sí, se nos está volando. A veces. Oh, uruguayos. Oh, ok. Entonces, oh, no. Dame una canción de rock argentino. Thinking Granada would be a good area to try first. To stay or to get food or what? But yeah, um, yeah, Granada's nice. You should learn as much Spanish as you can before you come here, bro. Seriously. I know a few people that have come here with not so much Spanish, but for one, they use me and Will to uh to get around and to do stuff. Like there's really not much English here. Razones personales por las cuales quiero visitar a Argentina. You put number uno. Número uno, comida. Número dos, el español que se habla por ahí. Che, boludo. Indio. Indio Solari. Ok. El nombre de la canción es Jijiji. Qué hace AXA allá en el fondo? Está hablando por teléfono con con sus amigas, creo. I don't understand how people go to Latin America outside of Costa Rica, DR, and Panama without Spanish. Bro, they just be winging it, bro. Like I said, I know a few people um, that came here. One of them, he might be watching. He be watching, but he don't say anything. But yeah, man, he just he just gets people to help him. He just like, yo, do you speak English? Could you help me with this? But no one here speaks English like that, bro, and that could be a dangerous game. Asking random people to help you and stuff. That's an easy setup. How can you come to USA without English? You just do. You're right. You just do. And sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. Um, but I would say the difference is in a quote unquote melting pot, you probably could find a community of people that talk the same language as you, or at least you can find someone that speaks the same language as you. In places like here, especially in certain places here, there's literally no other language besides this language. And so the United States doesn't have an official language. You can, you can speak whatever language you want. You can do paperwork in whatever language you want. They will find someone to suit you. It's not the case here. When you renew your visa and shit like that, they're like, bro, you're doing this shit in Spanish. We're not doing English paperwork for you. Like, get over it. Like, this is the official language of the country. So it's a tiny bit different. But you're right. People just do it. Some people figure it out. Some people don't. English is more linguistically friendly. Oh yeah. Facts. Um, it's harder to master, easier to speak basic shit because you just don't have to get that much stuff right to make sense. Money pay. What does money pay mean? To get legal things done. I'm guessing you're saying pay someone to translate it, but I mean everyone doesn't have that kind of money, bro. And if you're talking about paying them, that's not gonna. You have to pay an outside source. Um, but yeah, like it doesn't matter how much money you have to them. They're just like, this is not how we do business. The guy in my head that I'm thinking of, he has a lot of money, and he wanted to live in a certain place, and they're like, nope, like you need an ID card to do that. It don't matter how much money you have, and yeah, and he has to get. Sometimes he has to get us to help him with paperwork type stuff or whatever. Apply for legal entry in NYC. Oh yeah, they're talking about the U.S. Agreed, but in terms of safety, ease of getting around, meeting people, you need Spanish in Latin America. Oh yeah, 100%. Even the dude that I'm talking about, he's gonna be like, bro, why are you talking shit about being alive? But he was over here. He was at my house like 2 weeks ago, and he was supposed to be meeting up with someone, and I don't know if the translator was failing him or if he couldn't. He just couldn't piece it together. She FaceTimed and he's like, bro, tell me, what is she saying? What is she saying? And she's like, bro, get the fuck over here right now. Like, we're waiting on you because they were going to go watch a soccer game and shit. And he was like, right now? And I'm like, yeah, bro. She's saying, like, right now. So, just little stuff like that. And like I was telling you, Mike, you don't know the situation that you're gonna be in, so you think like, oh, I'm gonna just do this and I'm gonna just do this, and you don't think that you're gonna end up in the hospital like I did at the beginning of this month. No one in that hospital spoke English. Nobody. If I didn't speak Spanish, bro, I would have been so scared, bro, because they're telling me we need to take you into surgery right now. That was scary for me, and I spoke the language. I'm like, oh shit, like I gotta like. I just thought I was coming here to see what was wrong with me. I didn't think I was getting a surgery. They're like, you need to do this shit right now, bro. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta sign all these papers in Spanish. Just it's that's what I'm saying. You never know. You never know what's gonna happen to you, bro. Technically, he's going to live down here. Right now, he's going back and forth like every 2 weeks or so because he's moving all his stuff from the United States to here. But yeah, he's working with Will now, so he's learning Spanish. He's actually learned quite a lot in a short amount of time. But yeah, he started from scratch, bro. Like nothing, like no Spanish. En levanta 20 de pesas, ¿cuánto es lo máximo que puedes levantar por ahora? Pero en qué? He hecho, oh, ¿qué he hecho? He hecho 170 kilogramos en clean and jerk, envión y cagada. Y peso muerto, peso muerto he hecho 330 kilogramos. En la sentadilla he hecho 200, 255 creo, no me acuerdo bien. ¿Qué más? En el banco he hecho casi 200, pero no me acuerdo el número, en verdad. It's odd when I hear people speaking with authority on countries in Latin America because they don't even know the language. Oh yeah, bro. To me, like not to shit on anyone's experience or argue with them or anything, but you can't really experience a culture fully without having a language. Like there's just too much. There's too much, and that's one of the reasons. Like I don't like traveling to like a lot of different random places, because you can really only do touristy things, which means that you're not actually experiencing the culture. You know what I mean? It's cool. It's cool for pictures. It's cool to say that you went. But like if someone comes here and they don't speak Spanish, there's literally no way that they can experience the culture because the culture is so much. Like you have to be going to people's parties, their houses, doing things that the locals do, and you can't do that shit in English. Like you have to do it in Spanish. Now you can go to places and not talk. You can see things, um, but you're not really experiencing the culture. So like, I couldn't tell you that you didn't have a good time, but if you told me like, oh nah, Cali's this, Cali's that, blah blah blah, I'd just be like, well, you didn't really experience Cali. Like you experienced tourism, which is fine. Like I said, I have no problem with people being tourists. Like people like to travel. Like if you go to Italy, Greece, and all these other places, you're not gonna learn the language of every place that you go to. You don't have to. But like I said, you're not really experiencing the culture of that place. You know what, Mike? There is kind of a push for that. If you remind me, I'll send you some stuff, bro. Cause like Will, I mean, Will always sends me this stuff. He's like, bro, let's go to the United States and do this. Like, bro, I can't even think. I want to say, bro, some town in Kansas, Kansas and another town in a different state, like the most cornfield places you ever seen in your life, where you know there ain't nothing but white people there, bro. They're paying, um, they're paying Latinos to move there, and like the schools are gonna be fully English and Spanish, like from when they start to high school. It's gonna be hybrid learning, and I'm just like, what? Like, bro, they're literally paying Latinos to move there. They're trying to like enrich the culture. I really just think everyone sees the direction the country is going in with immigration and like how much, like I think I told you, my best friend's brother lives in Dallas, and he told me like statistics, like not just him, statistics say that more than 50% of people in Dallas are Spanish speakers. And so that's why like he was already fluent in Portuguese, and now he's taking classes with Will to learn Spanish because he's like, bro, I can't get around in Dallas and really like do my job and stuff without speaking Spanish. So he's like, I need to learn this shit. So the country is is changing. I don't think it's gonna turn into like a Spanish speaking place overnight, but I think if you don't speak Spanish, like I mean, it's already like that in Miami and places like that, bro. Like you go there, they barely speak English. Dallas is turning into that. Even when I went home, bro, before I came here, I was really surprised, bro. Like there was Puerto Ricans when I grew up, but bro, there was like arepa shops, bro, like mad Venezuelan shops in my hometown, mad Puerto Rican restaurants, just a lot of stuff that wasn't there before, and I just like in daily life, like when I was growing up, unless you were in like a Puerto Rican neighborhood or something, you didn't really hear Spanish like that. Even though it's Texas, like it just wasn't like that. People weren't even like really proud to speak Spanish like that. And like now, bro, every time I was out in my hometown, people were speaking Spanish. And like I went to San Antonio, and in San Antonio and in my hometown there was two occasions where there was someone that couldn't speak English, and I had to talk to them about something, and I was like, oh shit, like shit's really changing, bro. Most of my time in Cali will be spent in my home. Well, don't do that, bro. Why you gonna go to Cali and just sit in your house, bro? You gotta go experience life, man. Please send me that. I have a friend from Quito who wants to come to the States, and he actually was asking me about opportunities like that. Okay, yeah, I got you. I'll look it up. There was obviously some stipulations. I can't remember what it was, but they were looking for like something, maybe a certain level of education or a certain profession. Like they had something on it. It wasn't just like, hey, if you're Venezuelan, come through. We drop 50,000 on you. It was like, if you're gonna be adding this to our city, we're willing to give you a stipend every year or something like that. I can't remember, but I'll send it to you. I have people in other parts of Colombia, but I want to see Cali. Cali's lovely, man. It's nice. Um, and like I said, it's not great to come here without good Spanish, but you still got months. You can improve your Spanish a lot in a few months. I don't think you ever started with Will because I think he would have told me if you did. But you still got time. He could teach you a lot in 2 months. Even if you don't get with him, you could. This is an option. If your Spanish is not improved, if you don't get with him and you just live your life, uh, you could tell him like, "Hey, I don't feel safe walking around by myself. Will you accompany me to do blah blah blah? I'll give you X amount of money." I'm sure he would say sure. The other dude that I was just telling y'all about, Will goes out with him for now because, like I said, he don't have the Spanish to be doing stuff by himself. This That's a way to become a victim. You don't want to be a victim. You know what I mean? Georgia, I don't see much diversity amongst the Latino population. Oh yeah, things are definitely changing. I love that wavy, wavy cap, bro. What? Niños, niños. No, he was busy. Are you sure, bro? I think you should hit him back up. It could have been because it was Christmas time, but that would have just been for a couple of days. His life is not busy like that. I just got him like he could be busy right now. I was just about to say I just got him like three new people, but he usually makes time for students. I don't know. I don't know what the conversation y'all had was, so I couldn't tell you. But I don't chase. I don't think that's chasing, bro. I think he doesn't know you, and so um, if he was busy at the time, like I said, I don't want to put his personal business out there, but he had a cousin that died, and then Christmas was coming up and a lot of stuff. So I don't, like I said, I don't know the conversation that y'all had, but it's possible that y'all had a miscommunication. English is not his first language, so. But again, that's kind of my point. Even still, like, it's very easy to have miscommunications in languages that you don't speak well, and so yeah, that's the kind of stuff I think about when people travel to Latin America. I mean, you can't help the level of Spanish that you have. But when people have 0-0, I'm like, yeah, bro, you brave as hell, boy. Brave. Understand, but I gotta learn the basics. Okay. Well, I can't force you, but like I said, man, I know what it's like to do stuff on your own, and I know what it's like to see other people do it on their own. And every single time, me and everyone else that gets on the right path, they're just like, damn, I wish I would have did this earlier because I just learned so much in a short amount of time that had I been doing this months ago, I probably would be like having like real deal conversations right now. Right, that happened to me. That happened to me with Mike Ben on here right now, bro. I remember like at the time that Mike was having conversations and uploading his shit, I was going hard like by myself. And I was like, damn, bro, how is he making so much progress? And I actually started the beginning of this live talking about that concept. Like comparing yourself to someone else is not always a bad thing. As long as you're not putting yourself down. If you're doing it in an uplifting way, it's okay. I saw the progress that he was making and I saw what he was doing and I said, maybe I could be doing this more efficiently. Maybe I could be doing this a different way. And he influenced me to try what he was doing. And that shit was like the best decision I ever made. So that's why I try to save people time, bro, because I know. It feels good when you start talking, but you just always think like, damn, where would I be at right now if I had started earlier? Te estoy robando, viste? Yeah, bro. I've seen so many like YouTube videos where people are like, hey, they're gonna kill you, bro. And the dude's just like, oh, okay, thank you. I'm just like, run away, bro, run away. Facundo, ¿qué haces? ¿Qué haces? Facundo, ¿te molesta o qué? El brazo. ¿Cómo así? ¿Qué haces? ¿Flexiones o qué? ¿Así? Bro, Mike, me too, bro. Me voy, me voy, pero gracias Facundo por estar aquí. Saludos. Ciao. Colin, appreciate you for dropping in. Yes, you do have to start with Will. Shoot him a message. You know what? I'll tell him to message you. Don't worry. If he still has your WhatsApp number, I'll tell him to message you. But I'm out. Facundo, que tengas un buen. Oh, no es el día, pero buena noche. Chao.